Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of On the Edge. Here I have Chris from Brady's Gear. Hey, Chris.
What's up, dude?
He's keeping me company because Kyle's running late. He's coming back from some family event, and it's going to take him a little bit, I think. And then we're having on Justin from Asher Knife Co. He's going to jump on around 9 o'clock. And I'm also possibly Jake's coming on Bearded Gear for a minute, and we'll see. So kind of take it by ear. I always say year. I'm an idiot, and I've always thought the expression was play it by year because time, year, but it's actually like a musical reference and it's ear. Yeah. So that's how dumb I am. Let's see who's here. Jordan C. What's up, buddy? Mike says late as usual. Hey, man, nobody's late. 8 o'clock, brother. Still no Kyle Love. What up, guys? Jordan in the house. Happy early Father's Day. Thank you, brother. Happy Father's Day, Chris.
Happy Father's Day, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Anybody who is a father, or maybe you have a dog. That's parenting. Yeah,
Beaches and hoes, John.
I'm gonna crack a beer. I got something different, so I still have a couple Dock Streets, but I needed something else, and I didn't feel like buying a case, so I found this Allagash. I don't even know what the hell it is. True Penny, I guess. Is
Yeah.
that a thing? And then it's a Pilsner, of course. So crisp, bright, and trustworthy. 5.1 alcohol. Belgian style Pilsner delivers on its promise of refreshment with a classic grain bill and noble hops. Distinguishes itself with a hint of wild beer, blended for balance, refreshing, delightful. A true penny. What the fuck is a true penny? Do you
I have
know?
no clue. I have no clue. I don't know anything about beer. How's it
Smells
smell?
good. Smells
Yeah.
good, man. I got high hopes. I've heard a lot of good shit about Allagash, man. I don't think I've ever had one of their beers. So
What's
of
up,
course
John?
I got my on the edge mug, of course. So we'll see how this beer goes down in a second. This isn't. We should call this on the hops. Change up the name. It's all about beer now. It smells good. I'm gonna wait for that foam to calm down. I gotta send Kyle the link. Send
He
everybody
gonna
the damn
actually
link.
gonna get on his account, or is he gonna?
I told him to, but he's gonna not do it.
He's just gonna hop on as quick as he can.
I don't know. I could send him the link or the code in 2 seconds if he wanted to do it that way. I gotta send it to Asher too.
Okay. Okay? You just sent it in a group chat. All right, that's what that was.
Yep, that's what that was.
Kyle's channel with no Kyle. Yes, we are.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to say anything derogatory towards Kyle right now, we're on his channel and we could talk shit on him. I think he's a short, fat fucking leprechaun. Chris, what do you think?
I think Kyle's awesome, bro. I don't know why you give him
Come
so
on,
much
man.
shit. I don't know
You're
why
a
you give
bitch.
Kyle so much shit. Kyle's beautiful. What you mean?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good beer.
What's up, Lone Wolf? What's up, NAF Sergeant?
Now, Sergeant in the house.
Are you
guys live
early?
early, or am I just crazy? No, it's 8 o'clock. We always do it at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think it's
Paul's
because we
got one
do
for
it.
Kyle.
Yes, I agree, Paul. I agree. I think it's because we do it every other week. Nobody ever fucking remembers when it is. It's always like,
For
you
real.
guys live? You guys going live tonight? And I'm like, no, it's next week. Like.
I don't remember until you text me like half an hour beforehand, and then I'm like, shit, rushing to find my fucking laptop.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, so what do you guys care? Kyle's tied up in the basement. Yeah, his kids probably tied him up. Dude, his kids ruin all the good stuff. Like, we had the mugs and they fucking put them in the dishwasher. He has the Miller Knife Works kitchen knife. They put that in the dishwasher.
Did he do that or did they do that?
His kids did.
Oh
But he'll
man.
blame himself because he left it out or something.
Yeah.
Bees Blades in the house. You might have just said that. I don't know. Alex's Knives and Such. What's up, man? I think he has my Solaris right now. The oh god, Orion.
Okay.
Orion
I know you're
Solaris.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he's checking that thing out. Christopher Stanks says, "What's up, mofos?" What's up, Christopher? CPM. What is up, everyone? Now, I know that stands for something. Fuck, I know it stands for something. I saw it on your Instagram. It's like custom something, custom production mid-tech. Bang! Nailed it.
There you go.
Tell me if I'm right, CPM. It's not about steel. It's about custom production mid-tech, baby. Oh, yeah. So I asked what you guys are carrying. Sorry. Paul's carrying the Evo 2.0 he got today. So he actually got his new Evo. He had one. He had to sell it. And he picked up the one I have, which I don't have right now. Kyle Lanfear has it. The carbon fiber variant, which I think is the best one. I had all three, and I decided on that one just because of the weight, you know. I also got this shirt for my wife for Father's Day. Life is full of important choices.
That's
I thought
awesome.
that was pretty cool. She gave it to me a little early so I could wear it at the Blade Show. So I wore it on the ride down.
There you go.
NAF has the Board Blades SBHF today. Just did a disassembly on it. Oh, sweet. Did you record it? Because that's awesome. I love taking apart expensive knives. It's fun because they're usually easy to put back together. Fucking cheap-ass knives. Dude, here's a story for you. So I'm carrying the Kaiser October that one of you guys kept telling me to get because it's like as good as an F5.5. It's similar, right? Sheep's foot blade, micarta,
Yeah.
liner lock, 20 CV, M390, LMAX, whatever. Good action on it. See that drop? Now, I got it, and I got it from Blade HQ because, yeah, I'll do it. I got it from Blade HQ because I couldn't find it anywhere else. And afterwards, somebody was like, dude, you can get it on Amazon. It'll be there tomorrow, and it's $130. I was like, fuck. I paid $150 basically to get it to me in 2 days, which still took 4 from Blade HQ. But I put a note in there that said, hey, this is going to be on my YouTube channel. Please QC check it. I always try to do that because even if I didn't have a channel, I would put in there, please QC check. So they actually fucking check the knife. So I don't have to do the whole send it back shit when I get a shitty one. Because it happens, you know? So there's actually a note attached to it from some dude at Blade HQ named Chance. And he asked for a shout out. He's like, I checked it for you, man. Love the channel. Give me a shout out. I was like, all right. So shout out to Chance on Blade HQ. I did it in the unboxing too. Yeah, that is pretty cool. But anyway, the detent's light as fuck. So like this thing would just like flop out. Like I could get it to see, I can barely fail it now. Just failed it there. When I first got it, it was like, dude, it was shit. Like I showed you guys in the
Yeah, is it better than it was yesterday? Because I know you were saying you were waiting on the Loctite to cure.
Right. So I took it apart and I started fucking bending the lock bar because that's how you adjust the detent.
Yeah.
And man, I was sitting there for an hour and a half fucking with it. Like I had it too strong, or I had not too strong. I bent it too far that when it locked up, the fucking lock bar would go all the way across. Literally wouldn't even lock up at all because it would shoot all the way across. Then I bent it back. Then it was too light. Whole fucking nightmare. And then I couldn't get it to center. So like when you start bending lock bars, you got to be careful because like one, you might never get it to lock up right again, you know?
Right.
So I just had to keep bending it in different ways and fuck with it. I finally got it to where I got a good detent on it. And it's almost centered. Like it's still off to the show side. a C hair,
Oh
but come
yeah,
on, I got it
barely.
pretty. Yeah, I got it pretty close, and then I let it Loctite, and it's money now. It's locking up every time. It's still relatively early. Like I didn't fuck it up too bad. I don't know how well you can see it.
So is it definitely worth the $150 that you paid?
So for 130 from Amazon, for 20 CV and this action, like when I first got it, it was drop shut because I strengthened the detent. That's going to cause it to have a little less drop shut, right? Yeah. I mean, especially people who don't care about a light detent, like it has a Vero style flipper. So
Right.
like you kind of pull down on it anyway. And if the detent's weak, it's not the end of the world. But I just don't like a knife I can shake out real easy. This takes some force now to get it out.
Okay.
So I think this is perfect now, and I really like this knife. Maybe some come stronger than the one I had. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I'm
It might be
pretty
better for
impressed.
me. I
Yeah,
didn't
you
like
would probably like that.
your F5.5. The detent was too strong in my opinion. But then again, you had 3 of them, and you picked the one with the strongest detent. So I never tried your Thai version or your micarta.
The tie was similar, and the micarta was a bit lighter, but I actually strengthened that one too. I do agree with you now that I've handled the Liang Ma knives from Riot. Those detents are perfect. I used
They
to think
are.
the F5s they're a little strong. The Liang Ma's are perfect. Oh, hey guys, we have a new guest here on DTOM Knives and Gear. I'm gonna welcome Kyle. Hey Kyle, welcome to DTOM Knives and Gear, brother. How's it going?
I can't hear you.
Oh, we can hear you.
You can hear you.
Are you wearing earbuds?
I can't hear.
Earbuds.
I got them in.
Why can't you hear?
Hold on.
Turn
Oh
the
God,
sound up.
Kyle, figure out your laptop, bro.
Did you use the link or did you use the
I set
code?
this up right before I came on, and what the hell?
You didn't use the link, did you? Or the code?
Connected voice and music.
Yeah, he didn't do it. So I'm gonna have to deal with all the comments. God damn it. But that's why we have you, Chris.
Nope.
Oh, guys, we might need a new host on DTOM Knives and Gear from now on.
Headphones, Galaxy Buds, Galaxy Buds.
All right, let me catch up while you're doing that.
Later, Jordan.
Make sure you check off that the audio is that the microphone and the sound is coming from the same thing. Just leave and come back. It sometimes just helps. Like my camera wouldn't work when I started, and then I just had to restart the computer, and then it worked. It was stupid. I'm gonna try to catch up on some of these what people are carrying things. Somebody said you sold the Evo. I don't know who you're talking to, but I didn't. I let Kyle Lamphere borrow it. Carrying my Coupe 3.0 today. Nice, dude. The Coupe. I regret. So I sold that, and I sold my Field Duty EDC. Both were lefty. I regret doing that. I should have kept one of them, and I'm a little pissed that I did that. So let's try this. Can you hear me now?
Fuck me.
It's got to be something silly, dude. Hang on. Let me see if I can edit your settings. No, I can't.
You got muted, right? You didn't mute any.
Yeah, but muting himself wouldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take the earbuds out. Switch to just the laptop and see if that works.
God damn it.
Oh, he can't hear me.
Hold on. I'm gonna message him.
Hold on, I'll send him a voice note.
All right, yeah, do that.
Dude, try disconnecting the earbuds, just using the laptop to see if that sound works. Then we can figure out if it's the earbuds or the connection. Sorry, guys, we're having some technical difficulties here on DTOM Knives and Gear. Just remember that this isn't happening on Lefty. It's hilarious. All right, now I can hear myself pretty goddamn clear through his laptop. Figure out if it's the earbuds or the connection. But we can't be doing that either. Now I can't hear you. That's
I
hilarious.
can't hear you.
All right. He's figuring it out. Sorry, guys. Sorry. What's up, Detent Diva? Hey, Marcos. What's up, man? We're just struggling with some technical difficulties. No big deal. I wanted to bend lock on XM18 skinny, but scared. Is that a frame lock? It must be, right?
Yeah.
Or are they liner locks? Because they're skinny.
No, they're frame locks.
Okay.
You know?
Man. Kyle, what was that?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you
There we
hear
go.
us?
I can hear you now.
And are you using the earbuds?
I am not.
All right, so hopefully we don't get an echo type deal, but
Yeah.
so far so good.
Bad. Been a crazy night. So I was supposed to be here a lot earlier. Sorry, guys. Went out for the Father's Day meal and hit traffic in town because I live away from a big town. Had to go into a big town to go to the nice restaurant, and there was a wreck because people are stupid.
Sounds about right. What are you carrying there, Kyle?
I carried my 2.0 and the 2.0 and the
oh, right. I saw your
F5.
post.
Yeah, I carried those for dinner tonight.
Nice. Paul Windmiller was telling us he just picked up a new one.
Yeah, he picked out the carbon fiber one like you have, but it has the pocket clip like mine.
That's cool. That's nice. And Evolved EDC was telling me he got one too. Same one, CF. So everybody wants to be like Mike, you know?
Right?
Somebody
the guy that I work with.
They got a slim midi because of you, Kev. Somebody did.
Matt D. Oh, yeah. Kev, I pulled the trigger on somebody. Should be sweet. Which one, though, dude? You were trying to find one. I think that was you I was talking to. You couldn't find the model you wanted. And I was trying to help, and, like, there was none in stock anywhere. And especially if you want the Tanto, it's hard to find. Grateful Panic, John. What in the losing parts disastrous disassembly bitching about everything detent diva hell is going in? John. He says Gimli, my man. Leon Ma told me Model 18s will be up first week of July. Ooh. Yeah, I talked to Leon. We met him at Blade Show, and Kyle and I have talked to him a little bit. I think Chris has as well. And I asked him if he would send us some knives to check out. So I think he's going to send us one of each of those new integrals so we can review them on the channels and see how they are, and then obviously send them back. They're expensive, dude. They're like $500-600 because they're integrals made by Riot with crazy ass like white storm fat carbon, lava fat carbon. They're dope looking. They're just flipper only, and that's like, ugh.
Right. I mean, because probably would have bought one at Blade if it wasn't. If I could middle finger flick that thing, I probably would have bought one at Blade.
Right. I don't get this joke, but maybe you guys do. Is that Captain Spaulding?
He's talking to Kyle. Kyle, you look like Captain Spaulding, bro.
Who is that?
You ain't never seen House of 1,000 Corpses or Devil's Rejects?
I have seen. I actually have. But is he the
clown? The clown with the beard.
Thanks a lot, Naff Sergeant. Thanks.
Dude, you really do look like Captain Spaulding. Holy shit!
Look, I will go as this guy for Halloween this year and scare the shit out of people because that dude was fucking crazy.
He was.
I was telling everybody that I got the Kaiser October, and I got the detent sorted out, and I got it all good to go. And this thing it's actually really nice.
Yeah, that looks like something to be right up my alley.
Yeah, you should check it out because size-wise, like, I mean, no way you're going to hold it back here. Like, I barely get 4 on. But up here, you have tons of room in this choil. And then I have this much sticking out. I think we're getting a little bit of an echo from you there, Kyle.
All right.
Test it out again. Do you even know what you did to fix it?
No, but can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Fucking
Oh, good.
Yeah.
stupid
You know
technology.
what? There's this thing called the on button. It says O-N. O-N.
Dude, technology hates me. It's just a fact.
O-N. Yeah, okay. Kevin's talking to him and he can't hear. Laugh out loud. Yeah, is that like forever ago? Am I that far behind? Today's carry, Road Ritter, RSK, MK1, G2. Jesus, Russ. You could just say the Ritter Hogue. Just say Ritter Hogue. MBK Easy. So that reminds me, Easy C 1.5. Did they come out with a titanium version of the liner lock? Because somebody said, I saw a post for one. Either they were selling it or it was on Instagram. And I was like, is that real or did he just fuck up and put the wrong thing? But he said 1.5 titanium. Anyway, Rough Rider, Reserve, RRR01, One Arm Razor, and Kershaw Special Agent. Jesus, dude. Do you wear like a army vest when you go out? What is that from? Like,
I don't know what that's from.
Left my ass off. Gnome, thanks. Kyle the lip reader. Yeah, right.
You had no idea.
Finally made it to a live stream. Yeah, Matt, thank you. I know I'm behind here. You probably told us about the Slim Midi after that, but you know how it is. Did you check the chawl?
How's the chawl? Is it good?
CPM at home with my Shirogorov F95 icebreaker. So here, guys, I want to just quickly talk about this. It's Shirogorov. Shirogorov. It's not Shirogorov.
I agree with you.
And when you say I got a Shiro, you say I got a Shiro. You don't say Shiro. You don't say Shiro. Fuck it. Everybody I talk to says it different. Like, I was talking to MB Wild on Instagram, and he's like, I got this Shiro. And I'm like, dude, it just sounds wrong. Like, it could be right, but, like, I think it's wrong. And it just hurts my soul when I hear it. And Jake always fucking says Shirogorov.
Yeah, no, that's who says it like that. I was like, I think
he's like Shirogorov like Quantum. I'm like, dude.
That shit threw me off when I first heard him say it.
Speaking of that, because you had kind of mentioned that a little bit in your video as far as, is this the best flipper ever? And I 100% agree with you, Kevin. Because you let me borrow that knife, the Holt haptic is an if I had to pick a flipper only knife, it would be that one.
I would recommend you try a Spectre sometime because they're bigger.
They are bigger, yeah, and
it's not as good of a blade shape, but
right. It'd be hard for me to spend the money on a flipper only just to try it out, but
I would love
I might have to do that.
If anybody has a Spectre, I will take it and review it for you if you want.
I would definitely do that, but I'm not going to ask.
I'll send it back to you, but I'm asking for a Spectre right now. Anybody out there have a Spectre? I'd love to check one out because spending $1,500, $2,000 just to try one is like, and I really like the haptic size. Like I do wish the haptic was just a little bigger, but I love the blade shape. I love that it's a liner lock. I know that the Spectre V4 is a liner lock. That's the one I'd want to try, being left-handed. But yeah, anyway. Weak ass detail.
Oh, is Justin coming on?
Yeah, so he said he couldn't come on until like 9, so we just need to fill the gap a little bit. He's
okay.
He has a kid. Kid goes to sleep at a certain time.
Yeah.
Mine usually goes to sleep at like 8, so I get her down right before I come on. But I guess his kid's older, so he lives in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, we are way behind. I just saw the comment about the Slim Midi. Sorry, guys.
Way to go, Kev. Even though this is supposed to be online, and I totally screwed the pooch on this because I always screwed the pooch on this. So you the man.
Yeah, it was. Went with the DLC Tanto and tumbled raw handle. Dude, that is the one I would get if I got another MIDI. I would get that one. I've been eyeing that one up with the DLC and then plain tie, like tumbled handle. Oh. Or even their PVD handle, because it's not actually black. It's like It's gray. The one I have is PVD handled. It's not black. It's just like a gray color.
Right. Which was weird to me whenever you said that, because I always think of PVD as being black.
Right. Yeah, same here. So I have none of my knives right now. Like they're all loaned out. And I've sold a bunch. My collection's pretty sad right now, honestly. But that's whatever. I'm trying to whittle it down to like less good quality knives instead of having a bunch of random stuff. Even like good production knives sometimes, like the J Cape. I fucking love the J Cape, man. But I didn't carry it a lot because it kind of is a little weird with the lightning clip. The clip doesn't necessarily work the best because of that lightning shit, and it's flipper only. So like, I'd get bored after it was in my pocket for like half a day. I'd want to switch out already if I was working at home, you know. So I don't know. I sold it, you know,
right.
And so for flipper only, like the Haptic or the Malibu, which technically I don't even call this flipper only because it has the button. You can technically, you know, button up dance with it. But like it needs to have that action like this, you know, where like I'm quickly engaging and disengaging. Like the Haptic has that because you pop it and then all you gotta do is you just need to touch that lock bar and it's fucking coming down. So it's fun to fidget with. Like I can almost fidget with that as fast as I can with this button lock here because I just flip, touch, like so good. And you know, like the J Cape's great. It does drop shut, but it's a frame lock. It takes a second, like, and I love it. It just wasn't gonna be carried much, so like I just sold it. I don't have the money to just be keeping all that shit as much as I want to, you know.
Right. No. Yeah, I've gotten.
You don't miss it. It wasn't worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't really miss it.
Exactly.
Like if somebody gave me one, I'd be like, yes, I got another J Cape, and that doesn't mean it's not good. It just you're right. I don't miss it. Like I'm not like, oh, where's the J Cape? I wish I had that right now. Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
No, I get it.
Going from 2 times to normal, Kevin sounds drunk, or he is drunk. I'm not drunk. What do you mean 2 times? You watch my videos in 2 times? Do I talk that slow? I always feel like I talk too fast.
You just talk a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Carrying a purple Tanto Brazen and purple Swag sway bag. You want to tell Kyle who Swags is? Because I don't think he's aware.
That was totally embarrassing.
The milling pattern on the icebreaker is sweet. I think he's talking about a Shiro right now. A Shiro. Hey, Joe. What's up?
What's up, dude?
I saw you unbox some of his new products. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole video. What exactly?
The only thing I don't have, the only thing I have in front. Well, the only thing I have in front of me was 3 products. So I've got an EDC tray that he sent. Yeah, it's really freaking nice.
I've been meaning to get a tray.
The main thing he sent me, he did send me this big strop, which I have got a place for that I haven't put up yet. The other 2 things I've actually been using, and they're not in front of me right now, is a pocket strop. So this is an EDCable more strop where you can use as a key fob, clip it onto your belt, and it's 10-inch. I don't think it's
that's why it was so long. I saw the picture in the thumbnail, and I was like, "What is that long ass keychain?" And that's a strop.
Right. So it's clipped onto your belt. You hold it on the other side, and you can just strap it right there while it's on your belt.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, so you can clip it and then slide that, into your front pocket. I'm trying a couple of different ways because I'm not sure how I'm going to prefer to carry it. So I've got to try it a couple of different ways.
All the barbers out there should get one for sure, man.
That's basically what it is. Yeah.
Right. Joe, dude, hit me up about the tray. I would love to check out one of those trays because I've been meaning to get a nice, like just a simple valet tray to just put my shit in at night. Like just to have
this is perfect
somewhere.
too. It is perfect because it's about this. God, I wish I could get it, but I can't. But so it's about this big, and so it's a perfect size for all my stuff. I've got one that's about this big. I've got one that's really small that I got from the EDC subscription box.
That's what she said.
That I've been using.
We're all calling you out about your 10 inches, Kyle. They're all calling you out in the comments.
All right, let me show you. Crap, what was I saying? Oh, but the size is perfect. It's perfect for everything that I carry, which I do carry a bunch of stuff to throw in at night. I've already, the only thing that I don't put in there is my firearm. Everything else goes in that thing.
Cool. What's up, Evolve? I was just talking about you, dude, because you got the Evo. Christopher says Kyle checks his sphincter. That ungrip pattern Marauder Medford posted on IG was pretty sick. I haven't seen that, man. Was it a slim mini? Because I'd be down with that. I don't need one of the big ones, though. No rush. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be ready when you are. Must be talking to somebody. Truffle Shuffle?
Medford.
John's just fucking Shaka Maraca Snout. Dude, what is this? You just make me like speak in tongues. Dark Gravity. I can't sell knives. I've regretted the ones I had to in the past. So God willing, I will never do it again. Well, then you're either rich, like you have lots of money, or you're not buying a lot of knives.
Right. So the way
I buy a lot of knives all the time, so I have to move shit to be able to afford more.
Right, and he doesn't have a channel, but the way Dark Gravity does it is he does it. He's a budgety guy. He has a certain amount of budget that he wants to spend on a knife, and so that's what he does because he doesn't like selling. Yeah, right. So that's what
I will buy a knife knowing that I need to sell something to make it up.
Right.
Like not always, but like that's kind of how I do it. And then I take money from PayPal that I sold shit. I just throw it into checking all the time. Anytime I sell something, I just throw it into checking, and then when I want something, I just buy something, and then I will probably sell something later. And then, like this week, I bought that. I had sold the Harsey and the Atom that I got. I think that video is going up tomorrow. I literally, in the video, I put a note in, like, I sold these the day I got them in the unboxing. Like 3 times I did it because it was like a week ago. I already sold them. But I had that money. I had money from the, I don't know, some other shit I sold, that Bronze Horseman thing. So I bought that Chavez. That was $500. I bought that CKF the other night. That was $450. But I had put I'd put like $1,000 into my checking this week from selling shit. So that's kind of how I do it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the knives come out on top and I lose a little bit of money, but like I try to keep it pretty, pretty even. So I'm not just spending a ton of our money on knives without replacing it by selling something. But when you first get into collecting, like I started to really get into it when COVID hit, I was just buying. I didn't sell anything until like midsummer or end of summer last year. So for the first like 4 or 5 months of collecting, I literally was just buying. And I ended up like my collection video this year, I had 65 knives. Like by the time I went to Blade Show, I could fit them all in one little zipper case that held 30 knives. And a lot of them are like budgety stuff, like Ashers and Finch. I mean, I don't know if that's budget, but half of them are that, and then the other half are like the really good shit that I like.
Right.
And I'm just slowly whittling down to like I don't need the EDC field duty or the COOF or whatever because I have a field duty now. Like nothing's good. Like none of those are as good as my field duty. Which right now is being modded by MB. I'm getting it bronzed out. So it's going to be the titanium is going to be bronze, and we'll see how it looks. If you like it, I'm sure he'll do it for you.
Yeah, because in my head, it looks amazing.
I'm sorry, but I see no point in a pocket strap. If you put any compound on it, it would pick up so much debris and then be useless as a strap. So
Jeremy,
I don't think
I
it's
agree.
in your pocket though.
No, I mean, you could do it either way, but even if you have compound and it's not inside your pocket, the compound's going to come off and get on your pants or whatever. So I get that.
Do you have to
This
use compound?
No,
You
you don't
can
have to use
use raw
compound.
leather. I mean, I do
Exactly, and it's got a rough side and a smooth side, and so you don't have to use it just to touch up your knife. Um,
Yeah, or
while
you
you're
could
out and
use
about.
that. You could use that micron oil shit that probably just soaks into the leather.
Right.
Like it doesn't sit on top. Like green compound does suck. It gets on everything.
Right.
And then trying to reapply it, because I learned the best way to do it is to add a little bit of mineral oil and then rub in the compound at the same time, and it creates like a smooth layer. Because if you just take compound and start rubbing it into a strop, it looks like shit. It's like
Right.
it's uneven. And I don't think it works as well. So you can get a more even pattern if you add a little bit of mineral oil on there while you're doing it. Kyle, that's not 10 inches. Sorry.
Not 10. I forgot how long it was.
Damn, how
Maybe it
beers
was this
came
one.
with Daddy's Day dinner box troll. Cute. I think John's drunk. That's what I think. Do you make leathers? Do you make sheets? Need one for my. Oh my god, dude, that's for his mid guards. Oh god,
Yeah.
that thing is fucking huge.
It's
I
awesome.
want to see. I want to check that thing out sometime. Nap, if
That
you
thing
don't
is
sell that right away, I'd love to check it out. Even though it probably costs a fortune to ship it, it doesn't have a sheath. That sucks. Or maybe it comes with a Kydex sheath. You think it would come with something? I don't know. I'm still waiting on my mid guards, dude. It just says like being sent to customs. My little Viking, the one that you want.
Yes, it's stuck in customs because I know some people have already got it. Yeah, and I don't know if it would actually be better or if I'd, but I'm very interested in it. Let's put it that way.
The mini Viking.
Right.
Sorry, I'm texting somebody who's asking me about mugs. We don't have any more, right?
No, so they gone. Yeah, Lancelot was saying that the compound isn't necessary. It's just for a touch up. And that's what I've been using it for, is just a touch up. Looks like Evolved UC ended up with your danger pickle.
If you're not gonna like reshape, like you're not gonna regrind a knife on it. Like it's just
Correct.
If you're working and you use your knife at work and you dull your knife, that's perfect. For somebody like me that doesn't do a job where I use my knife all the time at work, I don't need it.
Me too.
I can get home at night and strap it if I feel like it, but I'm never gonna wear a blade out in one day at work ever. I don't cut boxes or anything like that. I open packages and shit like at home. At work, I don't think I've ever needed a knife for anything. Like I work in an office. What do I need a knife for?
I use a knife all the time at work, but I'm a laborer.
You don't work in an office?
Yeah, I'm a laborer, so yeah.
Yeah, well, you work in a warehouse, right?
Oh.
So you damn sure need a knife. So yeah, like
carry
you
a
guys should
beater with me at work. I don't carry anything expensive. I've ran shit over with a forklift too many times.
For actual like cutting experience, you guys should be listening to people like Chris, not me. If you want to know how it feels and the action and like all that kind of shit, then you can watch me and you're just gonna get my opinion on that. But I'm not sitting there beating on knives, cutting like crazy. Like I don't, I'm not a steel guy or whatever. I still want good steel, but like that's because usually good steel comes with good knives. But like if you secretly replaced all my knives with 9 CR, I could probably care less.
I'd care.
I more or less care because it's like socially acceptable. Like you should have M390. You know what I mean? That's why I want M390 because everybody else wants M390.
Well, I mean, I have
I don't know.
a lot of knives at 8CR, and they just are shit for holding an
not
edge.
8. I said 9. 9CR.
Oh, sorry.
I think 9CR is really good.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, 8CR blows.
Yep, that does. Bad.
Yeah, I was listening to somebody. It was one of those channel chats that Big Red does, and he had on like a million channels. It was like the whole BPEX pass around group or whatever. Shout out to anybody here in the BPEX pass around. And this one dude had 80 20.5s, and he had 2 of them, one of each blade, and they were both number 13, I think, which is pretty cool, of 100.
Cool.
Somebody got him at Blade Show for him. And he was talking about OS 10A, and he's like, what people don't understand is that this is OS 10A. This is not OS 10. And apparently there's like a huge difference. Like apparently OS 10 is like 9CR, which is still good. But OS 10A is more like 154 CM, apparently.
Right.
Which is, I mean, I'm good with that, you know?
Yeah, I am too.
Oh, yeah, here we go, guys. Hold them up. Somebody told me
we all got them.
They love it when we all hold the same knife up.
Mine's the only one that's not numbered.
That just tells you right there.
What number did I get? Oh, 62.
I thought it was 68. Oh, that's weird. All right.
I thought it was 63 until I opened it.
Mine's 94. I could have kept the lower one, but no, Chris, I gave it to you anyway. I told Kyle, I was like, I'll steal Chris's numbered one for you.
I don't care.
And I said
honestly, after I watched Kyle's video and he was like, I really don't give a shit about the number thing. Mine isn't. It's not about like having a numbered one. I don't give a shit about that. I don't like billboarding on my knives. I can't stand it. So even with the number on it, it kind of bugs me a little.
Then Kyle will trade you. I was like, Chris would not care because you were actually at Blade Show. It makes sense that you would take one with a number on it. But he wouldn't do it. So
it don't matter.
You guys can trade if you want. Kyle can be happy. You can not have billboarding.
It doesn't matter. Well,
I don't really care.
Like what you said with how it says 80 20.5, that cartoonish thing here. You don't like it because it looks weird. I don't like it because it's there in general.
Guys, we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
The shark lock dance. How annoying is that sound in the camera? Just find out.
My wife came out and told me to shut up.
Did she really? That's awesome. That's great. I was also carrying the Guardian Tactical today.
Nice.
This is quickly becoming. It is my favorite OTF ever that I've handled.
Let me make it big.
And it's becoming one of my favorite knives, actually. This is the 035 or Recon 035 with this tactical Tanto, which is just sexy as fuck. And it's sharp as balls, too. It's an LMAX steel. I think it was like $275. This is the OD green, which looks really cool. I like it a lot better than a lot of greens. And I specifically got the one that's not distressed. Like they sell the distressed one, but this looks way better with just a clean, like DLC or whatever the hell it is, as opposed to being beat up on purpose, which I like that on the bounty hunters, but I don't like it very much on these. I also have, while we're talking about OTFs, I have the Cypher Katana Cypher that Kyle Lamphere sent me. This thing is fucking huge. Like, here's the Recon. I mean, this thing's 3.5 inches. Like, holy shit, right? Look at that. It's got to be 4 1/4 or something like that. Now, I could totally feel the difference. Like, the actuator on the Guardian Tacticals is ridiculously good. And, like, I don't think I'd buy another Microtech now that I've handled this. It fucking hurts. And then he also sent me the, I'll just run through these. Sent me this weird ass thing. It's called the Mid-Tech Knives something. Got that weird ass shit, which I thought when he sent me pictures and he was like, "What do you want to check out?" I thought this looked cool, but in person, it's kind of just gaudy. Like, and then it has this like stainless steel blade. He really likes it. The action's good. Like, it's definitely like a Microtech kind of clone type deal. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of that stuff.
Too fancy
hold on.
for my
Don't
taste.
make me small yet. And then he sent me the Invictus. I think it's Terrain 365, but I'm not sure. This is not the Terravantium, though. This, I think, is M390, he said. That's why I'm not sure if it's Terrain 365 or not, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought that was the same one that I had.
Has this brown micarta, and then the action on this is just stupid good. Now, the detent's rather light. Like, I can just do that if I want to. But thumb studs, you're likely to just shoot it out like that. I think it has glow-in-the-dark thumb studs. I'm not sure what that shit is.
The one that he had that was in Terravantium had the glow-in-the-dark thumb studs.
Then there you go. And then he sent me the turkey carver.
The turkey carver.
The Slender Man. Look at this thing. Like,
it's big.
Like I can almost get to. I can't. Yeah, right. It's stupid, but he sent it anyway. I didn't ask for it. This was a surprise. It's made by Old Dominion Knife Works, and it doesn't have that pattern anymore, dude. It looks like he got new scales or something. After the rust,
it's definitely handmade, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Let's see.
Comments, I mean.
Jake's in the house.
What's up, Jake?
What's up, Jake?
What's up, buddy?
Happy Father's Day weekend to all of you boys.
Yes. He said, very nice, thanks. Oh, Casey's at Freed's house right now. I don't know who Freed is, but, who is Seraphin? I like the 80-20.5, but not happy you can shake out the blade for easy. Garden Take was just fantastic for my work. I picked up a blade show.
You can shake it out, but it doesn't go all the way without a real big
lock. It's an axis lock.
I got it.
It's really similar to an axis
lock. I guess
lock,
you can. Yeah. Because there's no detent. It's just a spring tension.
Like, if this blade were heavier, I could shake it out a lot easier. It's actually pretty good on that one, but that has never actually bothered me on the 80-20, which is weird because that is something that bothers me on knives, but it's just not a traditional detent. You have to, the thing I don't like is kind of similar to that is that it has that suction. So you really have to get past that. You got to give it a good flick to get it to shoot out.
I can't. I use a thumb stud and I can get it just fine, but I can't do it with a thumb hole.
I get it every time on this one. On the 20, it was a little too big, I think, and I struggled to get it all the way out sometimes. It's just the way
I think it's easier on the 20.5 than it is the 80-20 to get it with a thumb hole.
I agree. It's also a lighter blade, so it might be less, pressure you need or whatever to get it out.
Yeah.
Did you see that some people are trying to sell these on the secondary market, which, I am one of those who had overpaid on the secondary market for something that I like. But these things, I saw somebody trying to sell this for $260.
That's it. I've seen them for $300.
Have you heard? Wow,
yes.
Dude, it's just like anything. Although it's kind of funny because the 80-20 never even got that high in terms of secondary pricing. I feel like the 80-20 always hung around the 500 mark.
500 to 600, yeah.
Now, I paid $530 for the one I had with that regrind on it. I mean, that was a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, sometime in August is when they're going to probably hit shelves back again, and I imagine that they're going to make a ton because So I just would for everybody, if you want one, I would just wait.
I mean, if you have the money and want one that bad, go for it.
No, yeah, no, I'm not
But-
saying if you do it, you're an idiot. I'm saying that if August is not that far away.
Right. But it's
Yeah,
like any
dude.
knife, right?
You know,
Jared
450.
says,
Go ahead,
yeah.
bud.
No, you can finish. Then we can switch topics.
I'm just saying, $300 for a $150 knife that's going to come out in a month and a half. Me personally, I just wait for it to come out. I mean, if you can get a bro deal, go for it. If you want to pay the $300, go for it. But it's out
I
of
want
my
new
range.
scales. That's what I want. Like
I want some
not
like
even-
micarta or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, like I don't even care about the blade, but like some fucking fat carbon or like just some crazy shit would be cool. Now, what I don't know is how the backspacer works. In could you replace that as well? It looks like you could.
Have you
Oh,
taken it
yeah.
apart yet? Because I think it's
No.
actually all two pieces. I don't think it's an individual piece.
What
It's
the
two pieces
backspacer?
is what it looks like.
I was thinking that would be like it's part of the scale on
No.
one side, but maybe it's
No,
not.
the backspacer is a separate piece. You can
It
see it.
probably is.
Yeah.
You can see it, and they wouldn't have all the screws if it wasn't. So I'm just wondering because you could do the scales, but then you got to do something. You can't have awesome scales and an ugly gray backspacer and drivery.
Yeah,
So-
that would suck.
We'll see what happens, but somebody's going to do it now that it's a production model. It's going to be. I heard Titanium's doing it already. Actually, I think somebody told me that.
Yeah, I think I heard that too.
Plumpy E in the house. What's up, Pump? All right, we caught up. Look at that. Jake is stealthy. I bet a custom shop could make them.
I'm sure they could. What they
Yeah.
cost, on the other hand, is another story.
Right. So, like, yeah, because, like, this is $150, so it cost me another $200 to get the scales and the backspacer. Now it's $350, and how much would an actual, like, MG compact cost with 20 CV? It'd probably be like $400, right? I'd rather just get that with G10. I don't know. That's what I really want is one of those, but I think I annoyed John Demko too much, so I can't like reach out to him anymore and ask.
It's like, oh shit, there's that lefty dude.
Yeah, dude, because when we went to Blade Show, like before Blade Show, I asked him, I was like, hey man, would you guys be willing to send me the 20.5 to check out? And he's like, oh, I just sent the last one out. I was like, damn it, why are you sending people two? Like, just send one and then send me one. But he's like, I should have more like right before Blade Show. And I was like, all right. And then like, you know how it goes. And then when it got to Blade Show, I was like, hey man, are you gonna have those compacts? Because they were gonna bring a couple of the like MG versions of this size, that's ultimately what I want. If I could get the like real Demko version in this size, that'd be sick. And that's called the 80/20 compact. And I was like, if you have them there, could you hold me one or whatever? And he never responded. And then like, I forget. And then when I got back from the show, I was like, all right, dude, I'll stop asking you or whatever. And I was like, it was nice to meet you. And he's like, thank you. I was like, I think he's saying thank you to I'll stop bugging you. So there's that.
I think Demko is going to ride this train with the 80/20.5, kind of like Benchmade did with the bug out. Eventually, we're going to see a whole bunch of different color Grivery scales, maybe
yeah, of course.
updated versions with different steels and all kinds of stuff. Sky's the limit with it, which is
I
awesome.
hope they do. Yeah,
But I
hope they
do
it.
still hope they do MG versions of it as well.
Oh, I bet they will.
But
They're
then
extremely
again, like
popular.
if Cold Steel made this with G10 instead of Grivery, and it cost $200, I would buy it. Like I've had the 80/20. I've had two of them. I can't lie. The fucking build quality on this thing is incredible.
Right.
This feels like
yeah.
the 80/20 I had.
It does. It really
Like,
does.
It does
There
not
is no
feel
difference in that
lesser
lock.
in any way.
No, that lock feels almost the exact same. That's why I wanted Rusty to send me the 80/20 so I could really get them side by
Right.
side.
You
And it
just
is-
had them. Right.
right.
And what was I going to say? And that's something I heard Demko say in a interview. He was like, "This lock is simple. Like it's really simple to make, and like so he can. And it's somehow." I don't know, the tolerances are crazy or some shit. Like, but they're crazy in a way that like isn't hard to produce, I think, is what he was saying. So like Cold Steel can knock this out of the park. I mean, they did. This thing's fantastic. I'm impressed having had both. I see no difference. I just wish the materials were a little bit better. 80/20 compact does exist. They dropped some. Yeah. I know, man. I know he had a couple at Blade Show. I really want one. So, but I'm guessing they have, those are going to be full custom. Naf, I don't know if you know, but were they MGs or were they full hand grounds? Because I'm not paying $800. But if I could get one for $425 with G10, I would do that, you know? And maybe they come with better packaging this time. Everybody wants the button lock dance.
Apparently, Jimmy Slash has one.
I only have one button lock.
I want to make you big. There you go.
Button locks.
I got a button lock.
Make him big. There you go. What's that name? Yeah. Where's yours, Chris? Oh, your wife will kill you.
My wife's gonna kill me.
I wish I had my my sumo, which I sent it to Lindy Lou and Richie to have the clip modded because it's a hot spot in your right hand. And it got there and I got there and it had rust in the fuller, she told me. And I was like, motherfucker. You know, like, I don't know what it is.
You and your ass sweat.
It never was in my back pocket.
I'm just kidding.
I cleaned it off. I put EDCI on it.
Oh, that's right. You put EDCI on it at Blade.
I put it on like 2 days before I shipped it because I did a disassembly video on it. And I did it during the video. It's the freaking bead blast in the fuller. Like that's the Slim Middies have the same bead blast in the fuller. And that shit picks up rust real fast. It's just surface shit. They'll get it out easy, but it just bothered me. I'm hoping that project goes well because it's not just rounding off the clip because the clip is anode. So they have to match the anode back to what it was, which is going to be hard, you know?
Right.
So they were saying, like, if we can't, then we might have to just re-ano everything the same color. To which I'm like, I really don't want that. Like, I like the ano they had, right? I like the color stock. So I reached out to Hoback and they gave me their like recipe, sort of. Hopefully that works. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the voltage, so.
Yeah. Who can hack in and put a helmet on Kev? Why would you put a helmet on me?
Is it because he's a retard?
I don't know. Detent Diva pH balance is harsh. Eggs and ham. What's up, Eggs? Just ask his wife to get him his helmet. What the fuck?
I don't know what they're talking about, but
I don't get the joke.
I don't either, but apparently you have one on hand.
I don't know. It must be a joke I don't get.
Hey, Chris, Kyle knows.
Kevin scares me like Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Oh, because of the button lock dance? Now I get the helmet joke. All right.
Kev got toxic
eggs. Sup, eggs.
What's going on, David?
Yeah, so what's going on with you guys? You got anything new in? Like,
no.
While we wait for Justin?
I mean, and be honest with you, it's actually been crazy. Like, I haven't been posting every day since before Blade Show. because of a few reasons. One, my time has gotten much more limited. Second, I haven't been buying as many knives. And I mean, I've got money on a custom that I've got going, a couple of pre-orders and whatnot, and nothing has just piqued my interest enough for me to buy. And it's actually bugging me. I need to stop that because I'll see something and it might be cool, but I'm like, it's not really cool enough. And I don't know.
You gotta just buy it, man.
Right. So as of right now,
I'm right here. Just keep talking.
Keep talking.
I'm right in the same boat with you, Kyle. Like, I'm not seeing anything that's interesting me right now. Like, I got stuff that I'm interested in the new Finch knives, but those ain't until next month. I'm interested in Jake's knife. That's not until the end of the year. I'm interested in Jack Wolf knives. Not until the end of the year. So it's like a waiting game, and I'm just trying to figure out what I want to get.
You know, the thing is there's so many knives out there, and there are so many knives I would like to handle.
Yes.
It's not that. It's like, but do I want to buy it just to handle it, kind of thing.
Exactly.
And having a channel, it's almost like, yeah, you need to do that somewhat. Okay. And I get that, and I probably do, but we're just people. We're not, YouTube doesn't make us a fucking pin. I mean, like, I get a little bit, and Kevin gets more than me, and I've got more subscribers because he's fixing to probably surpass me because he gets more views than me. So it's just like I don't make money at YouTube. So obviously I say fuck YouTube quite often.
I usually get like 1 million a week off YouTube. I got the Lambos pulled up behind the row home.
The Lambo.
Yep. This month I just monetized like 2 months ago, I think, when I hit 1,000. In the first month, I got like $168, and then this month it's $290 or something, almost 300. But that'll probably go down next month because now I'm basically doing 1 video a day. I was doing like 3 or 4 sometimes, 2, 3, 4 videos a day. Right. I basically cut it down to I post 1 a day now, pretty much. Just because I don't have the content, I don't have the knives. Like, I have a lot coming in now, though. It's starting to pick back up. So I have loaners that came in from Kyle. I have knives from the Apex group coming. I have the Damn Designs Jin XL. He's sending me to check out. A couple Asher knives are going to be coming. There's some other shit I can't even think of right now. And then the stuff I bought, like the Chavez and the CKF and that Midgards and the EMP knife, they're all starting to come in. So I should have plenty of content. But I don't know. I still don't feel like I'm not like taking the time anymore to sit down and film 5 videos at once. I used to do that. But things will change. It'll probably go back to that at some point. It's just like there haven't been as many knives that I've been interested, like you were saying. It was almost like I was going back and catching up to things that I thought were cool that I never got around to or whatever.
Right.
But I think we're going to start seeing like new knives releasing more often now. Right. And then it'll kind of go back to, having a steady stream of stuff. I don't know. It's just random how we do it, but I try to do 1 a day if I can, but I'm not really like that worried about it anymore. I really enjoy doing these live streams, the one I do Thursdays and On the Edge. And that's kind of like my favorite thing about it now is hanging out with you guys and just talking knives and shit. Right. I don't know. Ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, and then life gets in the way. Life comes and flows as well. So you sometimes some parts of the year you're busier than others, and other times you have all the time in the world. So,
dude, I'm so scraped with time. I have to create that time frame to film.
Right.
Between work, kid, wife, especially now, dude, with the doctor's appointments in between and all this extra shit I'm doing. It's really hard to find that kind of. I'm working hard on trying to find that balance in between for all this, but
like my time really to do it is after work That's another thing. I've been going into the office now twice a week.
Right.
So that has cut down a lot of time because I'd get done work at 5, and then I had to pick my daughter up at 5:30. I could actually fit sometimes 2 videos in there. Like I would do 2 unboxings real quick,
Right.
or I'd be at home and I'd get the package, and then on my lunch I would do the unboxing.
Yeah.
Or I'd do a disassembly on my lunch. I would just turn the camera on and do a disassembly during lunch. And there's days I don't have that anymore. And then the time I do have is once my daughter's asleep at 8 and my wife gets done work at like 8:30, and I have like a little bit of time there where at night where I'll film stuff. But I've been like hanging out with her watching TV, or I don't know. She just changes. Like I haven't been that excited about it. Like I used to be like, oh, I really want to film this, this, and this. Like, and now I'm kind of like, you know,
Casper says, get rid of the wife.
Yeah,
right. He's single.
Right.
Yeah, see, hey, there's Lindy Lou.
Egg said he's working 50, 60 hours plus full-time school.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Lindy Lou's in the house. What's up, Lindy? Sorry, what were you saying? He's working 50. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Right? That's crazy.
I actually caught up on some of your videos, David. And I do want to say to all you guys out there that have channels, if you don't see me commenting on your videos, I apologize. I try to watch as many as I can. And a lot of times I just put it on and then I have YouTube Premium or whatever. And I just turn it, like I listen to just the audio while I'm walking or something. And I try to leave comments. I don't always, but I try to watch all your guys' videos. I can't watch everything. I'm sure Kyle feels the same way.
Same here. It's getting harder and harder. And
right, because there's more and more channels too. Like there's so many guys coming out with channels, which is awesome. Yeah. But I did catch up on a couple of David's, and he was doing unboxings with his wife. You guys are married, right? Right? Can't remember. I'm sorry. Yeah, Katie, and that was cool. I like their kind of connection. What do you call that? What do you call that when rapport
Chemistry?
Or whatever? Chemistry. Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, I like their chemistry. It's really good, and I enjoyed watching those videos. And what I wanted to say was, I'd like to have you guys on sometime. So, David, if you guys ever have time, maybe we could do a Thursday Lefty Live or something. Looks like Justin is here from Asher Night Coast. I'm gonna bring him on. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Doing well, man. It's nice to have you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bud. Mr.
Yeah, we're glad to have you on. Yep.
That's right. Coming from Pittsburgh. How's it going?
Solid.
Very good.
Solid.
Oh,
cheers.
What do you got?
Nice.
Good old Canadian club. Neat.
Canadian club.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not a fancy guy.
All right. Well,
so this is an Alabama distiller.
Yeah.
So
see?
So you've got a. Huh?
That sounds good, man. I got to turn up my volume here real quick.
Another bourbon.
What was the name of that,
Kyle? This stuff is called Clyde Mays.
There you go.
Straight bourbon whiskey.
That
Must
sounds
be
good.
some famous hillbilly, right? Moonshiner or something.
I love whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big bourbon guy.
Yeah, that's the way to go. A lot of my buddies, they spend a ton of money on bourbon, and I can't do it. I have a $13 bottle of what's Canadian.
Yeah, I can't drink whiskey. I can't drink like hard liquor. I just can't. I don't know what it is. I've never enjoyed it. Like I would take a shot and want to just throw up constantly.
Throw it up. You have to sip it, just nice and easy, just nice and sip it.
It tastes like it's like drinking gasoline, though. I just never understood it really.
Yeah, the first couple of sips are, and then after that, it goes down smooth. It's perfect.
That's weird. Maybe I probably shouldn't try it.
Yeah, try it live right now. I want to see it.
I don't need another habit. No, the only whiskey I have, I got 2 bottles downstairs I got for my dad and my brother for Father's Day. I'm not cracking into those.
Yeah, let them sit on the shelf for a couple years. They'll be even better, I promise.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, happy early Father's Day to both of you as well. And
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if you've met Chris before.
yeah,
Have you?
Chris,
What's up, dude?
how you doing, man?
Doing good, all right.
He's a father as well. He has another one on the way right now.
Nice. Oh, congratulations, man.
I appreciate it, man.
That takes a lot. I know, Kev, you have one. Kyle,
Yeah.
how many do you have?
5.
5.
Yeah.
I'm tired
I
after
do a
one,
lot.
man. I don't know how
know.
you do it.
I don't know how
It's
he
like-
does it either.
Me and my wife have cable television now, so we have more to do. So,
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah, I guess if you don't have cable, well, I'll tell you what, cable TV is a lot cheaper than what you were doing. I'll promise you that.
Yeah.
No shit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah, it's
when
crazy.
Kyle, they sleep in separate beds because she'll get pregnant if he touches her.
right.
Yeah, just
She
looking
washes
at her,
my
all of a
underwear,
sudden,
bam.
that's
I'm
great,
fixed
man.
now, damn it. Yeah,
Yeah.
5 kids. It's awesome. So how many do you have?
Just one. Yeah, just
the
one.
Okay.
Yeah, Asher, and he's a handful, man. He does not stop talking from the time he wakes up to the time I just put him down. So it's
How old
Hey.
is he?
That's my
yeah,
kid.
he'll be 3. He'll be 3 in August. So he's like 2 and a little over 2.5.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man, it's
Oh wow. Thanks,
crazy.
Matt.
yeah.
He says,
Where's
"I'll
the ball
take a
sack,
shot."
Kev?
I don't have a shot glass or liquor. Here's your ball sack. Oh, hey, look, perfect.
There it is.
There's your ball sack.
That's exactly where all the
Asher,
kids
baby.
come from. Father's Day. What better to have it on Father's Day than a ball sack? It's perfect.
When Kevin sent me that knife and I did a review and I said it looked like a ball sack, I was like, "It's just going to get pissed at me for this," because it was all in good fun, obviously. And then Kevin was like, "No, he has a great sense of humor." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
I swear to God, I didn't realize it until you said it. I said,
Neither did I.
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy shit! It's a ball sack or like a pair of tits? It's like, or even an ass. It could be an
That's what I
ass
said. I
too.
prefer the pair of tits. Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah,
going.
there we go.
Okay.
It really could be 2 butt cheeks too, though. To be honest, so
They look like balls. Okay, I'm sorry.
you got a triple threat here, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
I love.
I leave it
this
up to your
knife.
imagination. That's why I changed my clip. Okay, I changed the clips now from now on. It's
Did you really? Because of that?
no, but maybe a little bit.
Because the other ones don't have that. Oh, you mean you switched to this guy?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
But the earlier one, like the Nomad and stuff, they don't have that. They have
yeah,
like
it doesn't. It's
diamond
in
type
the
thing.
G10. Yeah, it's cut out around it, but
Yeah.
now in that titanium, they went right for the ball sack.
Yeah. Then he I was like, I know, I got a lot of shit for that when I made that video. Because I
Love
went
how the
right for
first
ball
thing you
sacks
said
and not
was a ball
titties.
sack. That's hilarious.
Well, that's
Are
how it
How do
goes.
you know?
Are you ever gonna do this knife again? You gonna do
Yeah.
another run of these?
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of in the process right now of reordering one of the older designs. I'm not sure which one I want to do yet, to be honest.
Okay.
Um,
I think these would sell if they came out again. I don't know how well they sold the first time because it was pretty early on in your kind of company there, but
I'm surprised
This is such a
they
good
sold
knife.
pretty well. Yeah, they sold pretty well. I sold all the ones that I had. So that was great, and you guys helped out too. I mean, once I got it in the hands of you guys and you
right.
made the videos and everything, people trusted it because early on, I mean, I needed to build trust with people, and they had no idea what my knives would be like. So
Right.
Right.
so that helped out. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm working on one of the. I don't know if it's gonna be that or the Century. One of the two.
Like
Let me ask you a
revamp
question.
it or redo it.
Redo it, but upgrade it. Do a couple different things with it, but the same general model.
So when you sit down and you have an idea for a knife, walk us through that process on how you do it. Are you a CAD guy, or do you do pen and paper, or how do you work through that?
Yeah, so I did. My first one I did on a Manila folder. I cut it out, and did the toothpicks and kind of put it together. But now with the people that I work with, it's easier because they have the base designs that I've done. So I'll tell them, what I want to do, and then they'll send the rendering back to me, and we kind of go back and forth until it's something that I like, and then we go forward with that. So I only see the rendering, whenever I'm going back and forth with them. They give me the final rendering, I give them the okay, and then probably about 30 days, 30 days later, I'll actually get the prototype, the knife, and go from there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, but at first I had to I hired a CAD guy to come and I'd send him my ideas, and then he'd put it in CAD, and then I could actually send that file, to the manufacturer.
Gotcha.
Ball sack.
Whenever somebody does a super chat, they get a ball sack.
They get a ball sack. That's our thing.
Hey, whatever works, that's fine with me.
Right. Yeah, right.
If it was good for something, that's fine with me. The ball sack.
You get free advertising. Yo, the funny thing is, this is actually like one of my favorite flippers that I have.
It surprised me too. I mean, I didn't know what it was going to be like when it came in, obviously, but it's smooth. I mean, I like it a lot. To be honest, if I had my new clip, on that knife, it would be perfect for me, because anytime I get something in, I look at it and I'm like, man, I wish I would have done something differently. I wish I would have done this or that. So those are the things I think about in the future runs.
Yeah, so. The new clip would. You mean just because it wouldn't have the ball sack, or?
Bingo. I'm secure enough in my manhood to carry around an extra set of balls in my pocket. Okay.
I mean, I think the ball sack gives it character, though.
It does. The right kind of character too. Yeah. Carry this knife. You got balls. Even if you don't have balls, I give you a set.
It's so funny though that just never even noticed it myself either until you pointed out. It's so funny how shit like that happens.
Kyle has a keen eye. He has a keen eye for baseball.
But the action on this thing is incredible. That's like the main reason I love it so much.
Yeah.
$98 I think I spent on this thing for titanium and S35.
Yep.
It's a steal, dude.
I like the blade shape. That's one of my favorite blade shapes. Because it's so, it's so useful. It's utilitarian, really.
Would you just a drop point, right? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, it's just a drop. It's just a bigger kind of drop point. Yeah, it's
swedge
on top. You got enough belly there to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
but yet it's got a strong enough tip. It's like perfect for utilitarian.
Right. Yeah, it's exactly.
So if nobody knows, Justin named the company after his son. We were just talking about Asher. If anybody's wondering, because a lot of times I get questions and they're like, "Is that Asher guy?" And I'm like, "No, his name's Justin."
Yeah, I get a lot of that. I get a lot of emails saying, "Hey, Asher, how are you?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm Justin," but that's all right. It's as long as they know the company, that's fine with me.
Right. But yeah, so where did you come up with the logo? I don't know if I ever asked you that.
Yeah. I designed that. I just sat down and, when my son was sleeping, whenever he was 5 months old, 6 months old, whatever. Yeah. When he's sleeping, I just sat on the computer. And I like to do that kind of stuff. I can design, that kind of stuff and graphics. I kind of did that as a hobby before. And I just sat down and, kind of put it together. I found the branches, online.
Right.
I thought that would be a good addition. And luckily it came out whenever they laser it on the blade, it comes out clear. So
is it like olive branches? Is that what? Yeah. It kind of has this like Greek feel or Roman kind of feel to it.
Yeah, and I'm part Greek too, so that's pretty nice.
There you go.
No, you're part Greek.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah, sweet. I'm gonna call you Leonidas from here on out.
Leonidas, I'll take it. That's gonna be a subsidiary of Asher Knives. Leonidas.
Yeah.
Leon Knives this.
Hey, there you go.
There you go. That's funny.
So what were you guys talking about before I got on?
Oh God, we were
let's see.
What were
mainly
we
how
about?
Kevin's an idiot.
Yeah,
That was one thing.
Everybody.
If you need material.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, we were talking about our channels and how we kind of like slowed down a little bit on like because I was posting just an ass ton of videos all the time, and like so I kind of slowed down on that. Kyle has slowed down a little bit.
Yep.
I think Chris he is. I don't know where you're at, Chris. If you're just getting into a groove, but you have a lot
I try to post 2 to 3 a week if I can. I do most of my filming on Saturday, but like today, I had to go into work, and I cooking dinner as soon as I got home. Didn't have much time. Then I got to get on here, and then I just
right on, Matt.
Yeah,
he plans on
a lot.
There's your boss up, sir.
I mean to ask you guys, and I asked Kevin before. I'm like, you guys do put out a lot of content, and that is a lot of work. I mean, that's a lot of work to do all that, to edit the videos, to put, to do the content, to have a family, to have. You don't want to neglect your kids, your wife. And I was talking to Kevin about that too. It's like I got into a point where I was posting a lot and talking to people, and I'm always trying to interact with people. And it does. I mean, it kind of takes over a portion of your life for a little bit. You kind of have to step back. And
it sucks.
Yeah, I always wondered how you guys do it. It's a lot.
You gotta prioritize
for us,
what you're doing.
It's all a hobby for us.
Yeah,
this is a hobby for everybody who's on here. Except you got a business hobby, but for the YouTuber, it's all a hobby. So we don't have to do any videos, but we choose to because we like it and we love talking about knives and the community. Once we start getting in the community so deep, this community is just awesome. I've met some of the best people. Since I've started this. So
yeah, same here. Yeah, same here. I mean, everybody's been so. Everyone's so welcoming and so just straight up, I don't know a better word to say it. It's just everyone's so straight up and nice.
Right.
There's no real dicks, that you come across. That's nice.
True.
Yeah.
It's been great.
It's a balance because like I have times where I'm like sitting on the couch with my wife and we're watching something and she like looks over at me and I'm just sitting there on my phone like reading comments and replying and whatever, and she'll get pissed at me sometimes. She's just like, you're always on your phone. And I'm like, yeah, I am actually. And then I put it down. And then a minute later, I'm like back on it because it dings.
I know.
And like, it really, I think it kind of sucks. Like, I need to find a way to kind of like just maybe put my phone somewhere and walk away for a couple hours instead of being right next to it all the time. It's always in my hand. Like,
I'll tell you what annoys my wife the most are voice notes, because I'll be listening to them
and we do that a lot.
Show or something like that. Yeah. She's like, if I hear Kevin one more fucking time, I swear to God.
Yeah, I try to not listen to him when we're doing that. Or Apple, luckily, you can just put it up to your ear and it'll play the voice note, or wear an ear pod or something. But we do a lot of voice notes.
Yeah. I try to take like 2 hours at night. Like whenever my son goes to bed, my wife and I will sit on the couch and watch the most mindless TV shows you could possibly find. And I just try to sit there and just try to zone out for like 2 hours with her. Right. And then I'll come downstairs and, work for like 3 hours just to do orders and fuck with the knives a little bit or whatever. Yeah.
Right. That's a lot of work too. Cause are you putting, are you putting them together, or do they? How do they come to you exactly?
At this point, I take everything apart like a Century. If I sell a Century or a Nomad, Axis style lock knife.
This is the Nomad. In case anybody's wondering out there, and this is the Century. So the Nomad's a drop point with the Axis style lock. He doesn't even have a name for it because he's just calling it an Axis style lock, not trying to come up with some douchey name for it. And then this is the Century, which is the got the Poon spoon on here.
That's right.
I like the Poon spoon. I like it.
And they are in the same handle, correct?
Yeah, the same handle. Yeah, they're interchangeable.
Right, because you can see there's a little bit like on the Century. God, I hate this backward shit.
Yeah.
The blade tip ends a little bit shorter on this one than it does on this one.
Right.
because they fit into the same handle, which is good because you can produce more handles. Probably it's cheaper that way, right?
Yeah, I mean the way that the manufacturer doesn't like to do it that way, but I don't care. I mean I don't care that they don't like that because I could order say I'll order 500 of one of the models. I could order 500 of one blade, and then I could go and order another 300 of another type blade that'll fit on that, and now I have two knives. For less, for less. I don't have to order a whole new knife, and it takes a little bit. It's a little bit of a shorter production span because it's easier to produce just the blades than produce the the whole body and everything else.
And then you have
that was your
too, kind of
right, and that was your whole point when you started. Is you wanted a knife at a certain price point with quality materials, and you're making it happen.
Yeah, I'm trying my hardest, and now that I've kind of fallen into a groove. I know what to look for. I know what to ask for. I know what kind of problems I might encounter whenever if I choose a certain style knife, liner lock, frame lock, axis style lock. I know any kind of issues that I might pop up that I don't want to encounter, So I can kind of clearly, what I want to say, communicate that to them. And basically I get a knife that I could just send out. Because right now I get the knives and I take them apart, clean them, kind of tune them up before I send out every one. So if I have like 20 orders, to put together in a night, it is a bitch. I mean, it's a bitch. Yeah, the Axis ones are more of a pain in the ass to do.
Right.
The frame locks are easy. The frame locks and the liner locks are easy to do because it's just a couple screws and you take off the one side, clean it, tune it, put it back on. But the good thing is I send them to Kevin and he finds any kind of issue that there could possibly be. And now I know what to look for, so I know how to fix it. That's perfect.
I found out about your company through Kevin, and I
appreciate it, man. I mean, you guys help me out so much because, again, like I said, a lot of people still haven't heard of Asher Knives, and whenever they watch those videos of anybody doing a video, your viewers already trust you. So they're trusting that you're not bullshitting them, whenever you say that you like the knife or if you could find it, if you find an issue with it or whatever, they trust your opinion and then they'll kind of go on a leap of faith from your opinion. And I take that to heart because every knife that I send out, I'm guessing that somebody watched your video. And if I send them a bad, if I miss something and I send them a bad knife, it's going to fall bad on, it's going to fall back on you guys. And I take that to heart. So I want to make sure that every knife is, perfect. I've missed one or two, to be honest. I mean, in a night.
When you're talking about these kind of numbers, that's hard to do to make sure.
Yeah,
it is.
One man shop here.
Yeah,
so
it is. Especially when you're tired. I mean, it's when I've had two whiskeys, that's when it starts to get a little bit rough.
Right. But he always if you ever have an issue, all you gotta do is reach out to Justin and he'll fix it.
Yeah.
Like whatever he needs to do. That's how I first started talking to you was I bought a Century, the first version of this, on washers because the manufacturer screwed up and didn't put bearings in it.
God, it was terrible. Yeah,
I know you had a rough time with that.
Oh God!
And I got it, and it had like blade play, and I messaged him, and he's like, "Yeah, I know, I've heard of this issue." And then he's like, "I'm going to send you a new one." So he sent me a new one, and he's like, "Just keep the old one for parts if you want, or whatever." And that was kind of my first experience with you. And then we just started talking, and I found out you're left-handed, and then it just kind of went from there.
It was all downhill from there. That's it.
But if I've ever had an issue, he just takes care of it instantly. And I think anybody else who has had the same experience will say the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I can't not do it. I mean, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I don't know how somebody would, if someone said they had an issue with my product, I don't know how you could say, well, too bad.
Well, I think anybody with a company should react that way. I think anybody.
You would think.
Exactly.
Yeah, you would think.
Let's just say Okay, so this is something that had happened, and this
Yep.
can kind of go towards how great of a company and guy you are. So there were some knives where the OEM screwed you over and didn't give you the right stuff.
That was the worst. That was honestly the worst. Yeah.
Right. And so because I'm in manufacturing, and so I felt your pain there. I mean, obviously it's not my product, it's for a company that I work for. Right. But that's something that you put in an order and you trust and you say, this company, this is what I want, and then you don't get what you want, and then that stuff goes out the door. That's devastating as a person. So what you did was you basically said, if you have this, I'm sending you this to make up for that. Not many companies would have done that. Now, a matter of fact, I bet you most companies wouldn't have done that. So that in itself made me be like, this guy is on the up and up, 100%.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, that would have said. First of all, I lost so much sleep over that issue. When I found out about it, I lost so much fucking sleep that I wanted to go. There it is, balls. I lost so much sleep.
I know it hurts your soul every time I do that, but I have to. I have to.
But I wouldn't have been able to I wouldn't have been able to sell any other knives to anybody else if I wouldn't have made that right. Because I personally, if I saw that happen to somebody else and they didn't make it right, or they said screw you guys, that's not my problem. I mean, I wouldn't buy another product from that person solely because of that.
Well, see that, and that's the thing, though. It wasn't something really tangible that most people could even test to see if they got one in S35VN or
I know.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, I just figured it's easier because I can get the manufacturer to make those blades and test them, and then they sent them in, and then now I have a testing company in Pittsburgh.
Right, now you test every blade, right?
Yeah. I mean, I test them all because I want to be sure, I'm not going to let that happen again ever. It's not going to. I feel like I'm not in control.
If people don't know, I think Kyle was kind of trying to be discreet about it. But what happened was they sent you.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Let Kevin clarify it.
They sent you S35VN marked blades that were actually something else. I heard D2. I heard some other shit. I don't know.
Yeah, 440. It was 440C.
It was 440C, but they marked it S35VN. He thought he bought S35VN. And then he made them.
He did buy S35VN, and they screwed him over.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
That's what happened.
Well,
yeah.
It's crazy that they gave me a story. They told me what happened. They sent me like screenshots of this text. So basically, there's a very large steel manufacturer in China. These knives, the company I work with is in Hong Kong, but it's like Yangjiang. That's where their factory is.
Yeah, where all the knife companies are.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a large steel supplier there that supplies like everybody's steel, and they didn't believe me when I told them that I got the testing. It wasn't S35. They're like, "There's no way. We've had a long history with this guy. This steel supplier. There's no way it happened. Your testing material's off, or your testing equipment's off." So then I made them go and test it, and they sent me a picture sitting with the boss, the guy of the steel company, and it showed that the blades that they sent weren't S35. And apparently the guy's assistant sold my manufacturer the 440C, said it was S35VN, and pocketed the difference because he needed money, for his sick mother and wife, I guess. But she's, they sent me the text exchange with I couldn't read it because it was in Chinese, so I don't know. I could have just said, tell this guy to go fuck himself. I don't know. But that's the story that they gave me. I told him, how are you going to make it right? Because I had orders. I had like 3 different designs at that point that they were working on.
Production.
I wouldn't pay for them if they're not going to make it right.
Which is good.
So
you had something to hold over their head a little bit.
Yeah. And that's hard to do whenever you're in U.S. and they're in China and they could just say, screw you,
But it does sound like they gave you an explanation that doesn't sound made up, sort of. That sounds kind of legit.
It was during Christmas time. I mean, it was around that time where I found out about it. So I found out about it in like Thanksgiving time, which is when I found out. And that's the story they gave me. It does sound like, I mean, they've never really lied to me. I don't think they've fucked up, a few times, and they always make it right. So I didn't have any reason not to believe them, but
it wasn't the OEM then. It was where they got the steel. This is good information. Yeah. I didn't know this.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's where they got the steel from. They thought they bought S35.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Just
is what
like
they
you
told me.
did.
They thought they bought the S35.
So some douchebag at the steel company swapped it to pocket the cash.
Yeah, exactly. And they said they don't test the steel from them because they had such a long history that they didn't really need to. But now they test everything that they send to me. And then I test.
So they actually don't do the heat treating. The steel company actually sends them heat treated material to make the blades then.
No, it's annealed. So they send them I believe my manufacturer heat treats them themselves in their factory, but they buy the steel annealed, so in the soft form, so they could form it and then they'll heat treat it. So that's
I would think once they heat treat it, which they
would
may
have
not,
noticed.
They would have tested it at that point to make sure the hardness, because it's not going to be near as hard as 440C would never be as near as hard as S35VN after the heat treat process. So, but like I said, it's different here. Manufacturing is different here than it is over there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not 100%. I know that I had them do the Rockwell test on Century Blade, and it came out at 59, which 440C heat treated well can be between I think it's like 58 and 60. Somewhere in there, it's usually around.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and S35 is the same. It's the same. It's between 58. Usually 59 to 61.
That's why he swapped it with that.
Yeah, probably.
Guy,
I mean, that's probably
if that's true. He knew what he was doing. It does kind of make sense.
Yeah.
But anyway,
to be honest, I'm just happy that part is that it's past me. And
sorry, I made you tell the story, but I had to. I wanted to know.
It's okay. That'll follow me for a while, I'm sure. But you know what?
No.
All you can do is make it right. And the good thing about the community is they're understanding if you're willing to do what's necessary to make it right.
Well, the important thing is you replaced every blade you could. Anybody who contacted you or you knew or who ordered whatever. Even if somebody sold the knife to somebody else and that person found out and contacted you, you gave them a new knife sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
Or a new blade.
I mean, sometimes it's easier to do that because, some people just don't know how to replace a blade, especially on an Axis knife. So it was just easier for me to send them a new knife.
And those new ones were stonewashed and the original ones were satin.
Yeah.
I still have my original Nomad, and this thing's a beast.
It's a good beater.
They actually did a good job on the 440, if that's what it is.
So I didn't know. I couldn't tell whenever that's another reason why I felt so terrible, because I sent it out and the reviewers, they liked the knife and they couldn't tell. So I almost feel responsible for everyone. I felt like an asshole because I felt like I misled everybody, but I didn't do it on purpose. You know what I mean?
That's the reason the story needs to be told the way it really happened, and not just this guy. That's the reason the story needs to be told the way it happened, is because you made it right. You were the one that got screwed. Now they did help fix it, but that's the reason I wanted everybody to know this is what happened.
Yeah, so I appreciate it.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
No, Jordan, I did not sell the Evo. It's on loan to somebody. I tried telling him that already, but he left. I'm trying to go back to that question that I pulled up. He was asking if the Century would come in different colors at some point.
Yeah. So if right now, if anybody reaches out to me, I'll do the black. I could do the black or the blue because I have those scales, here, so I could just change them out.
Gotcha.
So, and the next run that I'm thinking about doing, I wanted to do
gray and black.
Yeah, I wanted to do black liners with black scales that are contoured, smooth G10, with black scales and black hardware with the black pocket clip. So that's what I was thinking about doing. You know, I just love black. I don't know.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, he likes JG10
yeah.
too, guys.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Kev really likes JG10. Yeah,
it frustrates me so much that people love that shit. But
he
was
good. He was
a
busted JG10 guy. Yeah, really.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
But
that looks good. I actually like that.
Nah, you can't really see it.
No, that's fine. Yeah, just keep it back there, and you're good. That's the Nomad frame lock in JG10.
Right.
You can see it shine through there.
I like the JG10 backspacer because people can basically take that, RIT diet, and make it a totally different knife.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like that.
Yeah, and it's easy to do. Yeah, it's easy to do that. And I've seen a couple people do that and change it up, and it's always interesting to see people, change it.
Yeah, right there.
This is the Spirit. So we might as well run through the knives real quick, actually, while you have me up here.
Sure.
The first one was the Nomad and the Sentry. I think they came out at the same time. I showed those already. And then we have the Spiro. No, the Silva, I think. And then the original knife, I think, was that – I don't have one of those. It's that traditional-looking one.
Oh, yeah, the classic. Yeah.
That was one. And then this is the Spiro, which is a liner lock with a drop point. This is a prototype he sent me, which is awesome. And then this is the production model with contoured G10, S35VN, deep carry clip. I love that knife. And then what came after that? I don't have the Nomad frame lock actually here. I sent it out to somebody.
You don't?
This is the flashback.
That's what I had.
This is his budget model, I'll call it, because it's like $38 with 12C27N contour G. This is really nice for $30.
Yeah,
use my code, it's like $30.
I have an S35 blade coming in the next couple weeks for that model, and that'll be between $60 to $65. So
thanks, Chris.
My bad.
I did it for you. 60 to 65 for S35 on the flashback.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same color too?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, and I actually have another model coming in the flashback body with a like a Zulu spear blade in S35.
Oh,
that will be it'll be all black and jade and black. So
JG10 backspacer on this one too. You can dye it if you want. And again, deep carry clip. This one. So most of his models are reversible clips, which is one of the reasons why I originally was like, I got to try these Asher knives.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't because it's a classic design. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's the only one.
It's more traditional. Well, the classic doesn't either. But those are the traditional ones, right?
Yeah.
And then you showed us the frame lock Nomad, right?
Yeah,
I'm getting to that. And then this one is the Thai frame lock Spiro with the black hardware. This thing's dope.
That thing, the thumb stud action on that is ridiculous.
I just love the big thumb studs.
The bigger thumb stud really makes a difference.
Yep. And then he has a full Thai version. So there's one with Thai on both sides. So this scale would be titanium. I'm waiting to get one of those. I've been bugging the shit out of him for it. And
what's the weight on the full Thai version?
Chris, pull him up. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so that's that will be in. So I've been waiting for one piece for it to be able to send that out, to be able to start selling that one. So next week I should have it in. It's basically a new pivot. They did the same pivot as the original Spiro, and it's just a little bit too long. So I needed a new pivot sent to me so that everything lines up and everything is nice and tight. And once I get that, I could send them out and start. Believe me, I really want to market them. I really want to get them in the hands of people so I can, hear what they have to think.
Oh yeah, I was just dicking with you.
The
I'm just
full-tie
excited
version,
to try it.
do you know what the weight on that one is for the full tie?
So, I don't know exactly. I think it feels about 4.2 ounces, somewhere in there.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's definitely not a lightweight knife because I didn't mill out anything inside the line.
That was my next question.
Yeah, he's not going to sell it for.
Right, they got to keep the cost.
How much are they going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be about. I think it's going to be about $85.
Right. Oh, hell yeah!
That's ridiculous for
what
you get. And if he milled it out, it would be.
Hold on, let me make you big, dude.
Like, it's just, you can't, there's some things you can't do.
And you know what? It's just a solid, I mean, I like a solid feeling knife, I guess.
Yeah,
and
yeah, even this one feels solid with just the one scale being titanium.
Yeah.
It's a big difference over the, I don't have it here, but the frame lock Nomad.
Yeah.
The titanium versus the steel. I don't know what it is. You can feel it a little bit. That's a fantastic knife. I love that knife too. That is probably one of the thinnest knives. It probably is the thinnest knife I have. It's fantastic.
It's thin, yeah. And I carry that one most often, to be honest. I love that Nomad frame lock. I do. It's just so easy to carry, and it's so slicey, that I just do it.
He says, "Stop ignoring the chat." Come on, man. I can't do everything. Chris, where you at, man? Start popping up comments.
Dude, I've been popping up comments, but you ain't been looking.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, the TI Nomad frame lock.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there.
Oh, that's the Nomad frame lock in Thai.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a different knife. That's not the one I was showing. All right, cool.
Yeah, that is super thin.
Yeah,
dude,
very thin.
How thin that is.
That looks fantastic.
And it's very light. It's going to come in M390.
What?
Yeah. And
that's your game changer.
That'll ship to me next week.
And he won't sell a knife for more than $100, so it's going to be less than $100.
It's going to be $99.99.
There we go. There we go.
I told you that would get expensive, dude.
M390.
Are you going to be able to?
To be honest, I want to sell them out. I really do want to sell them out because I want to place another order of them because that's how much I'm. Yeah, because it's going to be sick. I mean, it's going to be awesome, and I want to do another order of those ones really quickly.
Oh, you're going to sell those in two fucking. You don't even need to send us any to review. Like, they're going to sell them as soon as somebody hears Thai.
People are going to buy those.
Like,
well, I want to send them to you guys so you can see them. I mean, so you can have them.
Are you gonna make any money on that?
I'll make a little bit. I mean, on all these knives, I don't make a killing, and I'm not looking to make a killing, to be honest. Because just like how you guys do the channel, this is my hobby, and it means more to me to have people enjoy the knives and say, I can't believe I got, this knife for this amount of money, and as long as I can cover the cost of production.
Show it again, please.
Hold on.
People are excited.
They're excited now.
I mean, because seriously, you can't find that anywhere. That is going to be.
That's thin like my drift. I love
the black hardware is dope, dude.
Yeah.
I like the black hardware on there.
I
Is
wish
the
I didn't
filler
have this
tab
white.
going to be black?
Yeah, it's going to be black. But you know what? If you have if you do have an original Nomad frame lock, that silver hardware will fit on that as well.
This will probably fit, right? The Spiro hardware that might fit in there.
No, unfortunately, that everything but the pivot won't fit. I mean, will fit, but the pivot won't fit.
The pivot? You mean the filler tab? I'm talking about the filler tab.
Oh yeah, the filler tab will fit in there. The filler tab and the screws will fit,
right?
But the pivot won't.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. You wanted to make it. Got it.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just show you all my all my new ones. So this is the.
That's what we want, dude. That's what we want.
Yeah.
That's the Axis style, the Asher lock.
Yeah, the Asher lock.
Spiro.
Yes.
So I don't know if you could pick it up, but I have the Fuller on top of there.
You can
Yep,
have that
is it
name
Fuller
for free, by
Stonewall
the way.
Dude. That's contoured too, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, contoured and hidden liners, full steel liners.
Why don't people put axis locks on bearings? Like, I don't understand why that's not common.
I'm sure it will be pretty soon, unfortunately.
Right.
It is. I mean, look at that. It's I just love that.
Yeah. Like the ones I have, there's no play and they drop like that. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's so much better than like, here's my bug out.
Yeah, it's just no comparison.
You take this, well,
boom,
and it has less play. This has more play than that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no play in this blade, and it does that. And this has tons of play, and still.
That was the issue that I was coming across whenever I, first got my first ones. I had that blade play because I had them on bronze washers, and without the a nylon or a Teflon, basically bushing. You know what I mean? Like a real thin nylon or Teflon washer to kind of absorb some of that. It's just near impossible to get rid of blade play on washers. And I don't know why, but it's just
weird, right? Because you think it would be tighter than
you would think,
bearings just make it so much nicer. But Factors of Jack, hey dude, he says you're donating to his giveaway, and he's still shocked over that.
He's a good guy. I mean, he's a good guy. I saw he did a good review on the flashback, and I have another model coming out with the flashback blade.
Right.
And the G10 and steel frame lock. So,
sweet.
I'm going to donate one of those to him for his giveaway. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Congrats.
He's a cool dude.
I like to give out knives. I do.
Yeah. Might want to make a pre-order system for those because I'd sign up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's asking if they can pre-order this thing.
Yeah.
M39. You see that?
It's great.
He's going to buy these outright, have them produced, and he's going to sell it to you when he can ship it to you.
That's what I do. I can't stand taking money before I have anything in hand. I don't like to do that. And I don't like to, as soon as I know that they're solid and they're good to go, I'm happy to put them up and then sell them and go from there. I do put an emailer on my site. Whenever I know they'll come in like within 2 weeks, I'll put up an email, submit, and people can put their email in, and then I'll send an email out whenever it's ready to go. But I don't like to take money until I know it's good.
Yeah, your shipping was fast as hell when I ordered mine off the site. I wasn't expecting that. Some places I gotta wait a minute, but I got an email like the next day it was shipped. I think it was actually the same day, and I was like, damn.
From his basement.
I drive around with knives in my car, and whenever I get an order, if I'm by the post office, I'll stop by and ship it out. So
awesome.
It's because I know that's the other thing. People hate to wait for a long time for shipping, and if I don't have to wait, because I'm in my car all day anyway, if I could just send them out, then happy to do it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'm so freaking excited about that knife now.
Dude, I can't stop thinking about it right now. Like,
I know, right?
Man. I want to see the flipper, dude. You're not done yet. He's got more.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Spiro with a flipper and the Contour G10. And what's on the other side? So it's a liner lock.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me happy because it's
black
friendly. And that's going to come in the green and a blue?
Yeah, and blue.
Dude.
I'm digging the green.
Those are S35, right?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh.
I already know what color you're getting, Kevin.
Yeah, right?
You know what? I sent Kevin a picture of these before, and I was like, I'm not so sure about this blue. What can you tell me about it? What do you think? He's like, what? You think it looks terrible? Yes, I do. And I can understand it through the picture that I sent you. It did look pretty cheap, but in hand, it's different.
All right.
Yeah. That's good.
That
But
was a red, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm mixing things up. The reason I am excited about that, one of the things I love about the Asher knives is the detents are really good.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, I'm the detent diva or whatever, but
yeah,
like this flashback right here is $38. It has a perfect detent. I can't fail this knife. And to me, that's more important than so many other aspects of a knife. Not
Yeah.
that the other aspects aren't great. It's just the detent has to be there for me to enjoy using a knife or fidgeting with a knife, which,
yeah,
to be honest, I'm fidgeting with it more than I'm using it.
yeah.
And it needs to be there. And you seem to always nail it on the knives, whether it's a liner lock, a frame lock, a flipper. It doesn't matter. It just seems to work.
Well, yeah.
Is that you telling them, like, I want a 3-pound whatever detent, or is it the OEM is just good, or like?
Yeah,
what
I'd
is
love
it
to say it was
exactly?
me, but it's not, honestly. I mean, I'd say about 95% of the knives that I get in have that perfect detent, and 5% don't. You know what I mean?
Right. That's natural. I mean, that's gonna happen.
I mean, and I take that 5% and I try to adjust the detent. I'll look at the lock bar to see if I have any, room to kind of tighten it up a bit. And if I can, if I can, I do that, and then the detent's there. But for the most part, they get it right, and I tell them kind of what I'm looking. I mean, I tell them what I'm looking for and what it should be, and they do a pretty good job at that.
I mean, it's one of the things that I find is a huge miss with a lot of companies is the detent. Like, it's so hard for companies to get it right. I don't understand why exactly. Or maybe it's me. I just need it to be in this perfect range.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I've always loved is the detents on your knives.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, it's hard to tell why some people why it would be so hard to get that.
Right.
But I think it's just the manufacturing process. Whenever you do a mass production order, it's just no matter who it is, the VV, Kaiser,
you're going to have variants.
Really. Right. It's just you're pushing out 1,000 knives. It's and they every knife that goes out goes through my hands. So if there is an issue, it was my fault because I let it go through. But I test every one to make sure that it's right. They probably don't have that, to be honest. I mean, whenever you're pushing out the volume that they do, they do QC. They probably have great QC, but it's just you push out so many knives. It's hard to to make them all uniform, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that's like this Kaiser right here. I had to adjust the detent last night to get it stronger because it was just like absolute trash.
Yeah.
And now it's fine. It's not perfect because but I just would prefer to get a knife and be like, yes, thank you. It works.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
It's so much easier.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. It does.
Yeah. We should probably give away a knife. I didn't think of that. We should probably do that. I have this flashback right here. Hey, look at that.
Boom.
We can give this away. We'll figure that out in a second.
Give it away.
How we can give it away.
I'm going to do a giveaway of one of the TI M390s. I'm going to do a giveaway of one of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, when you say one of them, oh, okay, I got you. I thought you meant there was multiple
Did I have more?
TI M390s.
Yeah, right.
It was just the one model, right?
I'll say this: if that one does well, I mean, I'd feel comfortable doing more runs of M390 and TI, and putting them at that price point. Because
I'm gonna go and tell you, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, bro.
It's totally gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I hope so. I hope it does. I hope it does.
Well, how many did you order? 500?
500. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have 500 of those.
I bet you could sell those. I mean, it wouldn't take more than a week, probably.
I'd hope not.
It might not. It might not even take that long, but we'll see.
No, once
We'll
people
see.
know about that, yeah.
We'll see. What's that?
For $99.
Once people
now.
know about it, it's just gonna.
I haven't really blasted. This is really the first time I'm actually talking about it, you know, in any length, because I've been going through it. I mean, I've been going through the process of having it done and having them made, and
Right.
obviously I want to have them tested and make sure everything is
Right.
completely legit, you know, completely good, because I know that they do a very good heat treat. You know, I posted a picture the other day of I was taking a photo of my Nomad, and the wind blew it off a fence, and it fell tipped down like 5 foot into concrete, and the tip was basically unscathed. So I was happy with that. That was a happy accident, because I wanted to see. I would have never done that on my own, you know, to do the test. But it was
you have like 500 blades in your fucking base.
I know. I still won't do it. I won't do it. I get attached to things like that. You know,
I wouldn't do it either. I know what you mean. That Nomad is your Nomad.
There are many like this, but this one's mine. You know.
Is that the first Nomad you had?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's why, right?
I mean, after I switched out the blade, obviously. Whenever I got the real blade, after I switched it out, that was the first one. So,
right.
Yeah.
But I always like to. I take one out of the box whenever I get it, just the one random one, and that's the one I stick with. You know, that's the one I put in my pocket.
Sorry, Chris, I missed it. Jordan says, "Dude, I got my Berg blade slim in, and that surprised me at how light the detent was. Never experienced a light detent like that before." So I had a Berg blade. This is something I'd like to talk about. I had a Berg blade slim, and it's a made knife. And my detent was really good. Like, if you watch my videos, I raved about how they actually nailed the detent for once, because I get a made knife or Civivi, and it's always a light detent. They're always too light for me.
Yeah.
But that one nailed it. And what I've noticed is they're so inconsistent with their detents at and Jordan's kind of confirming that, because he's saying his is light and mine was like perfect on my slim. So
that's weird.
Anyway,
but again, whenever you put out that many knives, I mean, they put out a new model every week. You know,
pretty much, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, Jordan, I believe the OEM is disclosed. You're not telling people who the OEM is, right?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, that's like the only thing that I've kept to myself.
Right.
and I've
part of that is
it's
you
just
don't want everybody to know who you use, because then they could use them. Or it's just I get it.
I really don't. I mean, I found I went through quite a few crappy ones, to be honest, and luckily none of those blades really made it out. But this one I found, I mean, they've fucked up. Don't get me wrong, but they've come back to. I mean, they've backed their mistakes, and they've made it right. And
if you're able to sell the knives at the prices you're selling them at, and
that's
probably smart to keep it to yourself.
Yeah, and that's huge. That's what
trade secret. Yeah.
But when I make a knife, I'm gonna come asking you.
Right.
Once I give you that non-disclosure agreement, I will be happy to tell you.
There we go. Chris says, "I want that giveaway." All right, there you go. Grateful Panic says, "Dude, they're sold already."
Right.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited to do it, because this will be my highest end knife. I mean, it'll be my highest end knife, and I hope I really hope it comes out the way that it is in my hand now. That I think it will. I'll be happy, just as long as people are happy and they actually use the knife. I'll be ecstatic, and that's that's all that matters to me, really.
Matt ordered the Spiro.
Yep, you just ordered a Spiro. Looks like you got to go pack an order.
I'm gonna check up on Matt. Let's see if
right. Let's see if he's lying.
He did.
He did. Look at
that. Mateo did. Thank you, Matt.
Yep, he's a good dude.
I appreciate that.
Mine's so light I can fail it with ease with middle finger or thumb. Shakes out too. Yeah, That's brutal, man. He's talking about the slim, not your knife. Don't worry. I saw his eyes. He was like, "Oh shit." He's not talking about an Asher. That was funny. He was like, "Oh fuck." You bought me a Spiro BFF.
Yeah, time to go. Bye.
Yeah, right. At 100, you're basically giving that knife away. It will sell out so quickly. There you go.
Well,
I agree, buddy.
Smart.
You know what? It's almost like marketing as well, because if I'm able to sell those out, I'll have enough to do a bigger order, and I'll be able to consistently offer M390 and titanium and these materials for that price. I mean, the only reason why I was able to get the price I was to get those produced was because I basically gave them a promise that I'll start producing
more.
Yeah, I'll start producing more of these type knives, and it works out better for them. It'll work out better for me. So, like I said, as long as I can get them out there, I'd be happy to move up to that next level.
I think you'll get them out there.
Dude, you're gonna get them out there.
Yeah, I hope so.
I just don't think there's any doubt.
It's just hard to that $100 price point, man. That's crazy,
hard to argue.
Yeah. Well, I told you, man. I told you when I started. I just can't.
I know.
And I've moved. I mean, I understand how people spend the amount of money they spend on knives, because when you look at them, I mean, there are a lot of great makers, and I always wanted to clarify that, because there's a lot of great makers that their work,
right,
it deserves the price that they're getting. There's some knives that I don't think, and I won't mention them, but there's some knives I don't think that deserve that price point.
Bathroom. I'm listening though.
Yeah, some of them don't deserve that price point, but I think a lot of the custom makers they do. I mean, it's a lot of hard work to make those and to make them well. So
right. I mean, but you started out for a purpose. You started out with a purpose to make a high quality knife at a price point that was under $100 with the materials that people want. And, an S35VN for the most part is a premium steel for what, and now, but the jump to M390, I think it's just going to be a game changer. I honestly believe that is going to kill in the marketplace, because there is nothing else like it. Okay,
I agree.
I hope so, man. That's what I've tried to kind of fall into, that little niche of sort of a better steel at a kind of more of a budget price point, and I've been able to do it so far, and I'm happy to be there. But I would like to. I still want to have the best, the best blade. The M390 is not the best, but it's a great blade. I mean, it's great.
It's my favorite EDC still. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and that's the big thing. Like EDC, like what's going to be great to use every day, all the time. And any steel is good to use, but it's the amount you have to sharpen it, the amount you have to, touch it up.
Right.
My Nomad, I use that all the time because I'm in property management. That's my main job, and I use it to cut everything. You know what I mean? And I haven't had to sharpen it yet, and that's what I'm looking for.
Right. That's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I want. I just like to not sharpen it as much.
Wait, the one you have, is it M390 or is it S35?
Matt is
what?
crazy.
Oh no, it's this one is so this is the body, and I just put the Nomad frame lock blade on here. It's the same blade that'll come with it, but it has a fuller in the M390.
Okay, but you haven't had to sharpen the S35 one yourself.
Oh no, I haven't.
So M390 is even crazier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'll never ever have to sharpen it ever.
You should do a Shadow Ranger exclusive.
Yeah. It's not a look, it's not a Shadow Ranger, but it's something. It's something to shoot for.
So he knows about the Shadow.
You know about the Shadow Ranger. Good.
I do.
Are you in the group? Are you on Facebook? You gotta
be on our group.
No, but I gotta get on there. I'll get on there.
Yeah.
I always think about it. I'm like, how is a knife, when these people say like a knife's so terrible. I went to Home Depot the other day and I bought a Husky. It was like
so
for $4.95, like a Husky, liner lock or whatever. It was the worst. I mean, it was terrible. But $4.95, how much is the Shadow Ranger?
12. Technically, I paid $12.99 for shipping. It was free.
They paid you to take it.
The MTAC versions are like $10.
Yeah.
This is like $25 if you get it on Amazon. Don't buy one of these for $25, please. Anybody.
I'm not going to.
I did it as a joke. No, now I need to send you one. So
yeah. Kevin, I drink Canadian Club whiskey and I sell my knives for under $100. I'm not wasting $25 on a Shadow Ranger. But did you tune that up? Did you tune it up or what?
I'll send you one. No, I can't even get it out. I tried getting the pivot out to do that.
Yeah.
And it started stripping like immediately. That pivot is just fucked. This thing is so bad. Unless you act like it's spring assisted, but it doesn't lock up.
Oh, that's spring assisted. I didn't know.
Dude, you didn't know? This is the greatest EDC knife of all time.
I saw that one video. Yeah, I saw the video. The one video of the guy talking about it.
Yeah.
You just finger flicked it out. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, I had to try 3 times. That fucking hurt.
Yeah, I broke my finger doing it, but that's okay.
Fuck, it really did. It hurt like a son of a bitch.
See, they send it to you for free, and then you pay $2,000 to go to the emergency room to get your finger flipping it out.
Kyle, how are you liking that Zippo insert from Amazon? I had to have mine replaced because it wouldn't light. Which one did you get, Jordan? Because I have this one that has the dual flame, so it has the lighter, and then you can hold it down to do the torch, which is kind of cool.
Sweet.
It was like $12, I think. It was cheap as shit. This thing's great. Then Zippo actually makes their own, which are just torches. You can get like a dual or a single torch, and that sucks. That one sucks ass.
That's pretty sweet.
But I don't use this ever. It just sits on my desk because I got it with my logo on it because I'm a tool bag.
You got to do it. You got to put your logo on everything.
But I don't carry it because it's fucking heavy, and I don't actually use the lighter for anything because I don't smoke anymore. So I just carry a mini Bic. It's so much lighter,
That's what it all comes down to. See, I mean, you could have as much fancy stuff as you want, but you're gonna put the lightest, cheapest thing in your pocket because
there you go.
Boot it up and you'll never lose it.
Natural born salesman, right there. Listen to this guy.
Right. I have a background in sales. I've always been in sales. That's just how it is.
Buy Asher, guys. It's the lightest, cheapest.
I could do without you explaining it afterwards, but
yeah, well,
typical Kevin.
You signed up for that when you came on.
I did.
Those are God, I owe him like 2 ball sacks. Bang!
Bam!
Bang!
Right on the face.
Piece of his soul just crushes every time I do that. Kyle is going to play the banjo for a bit.
I did something to my computer. I could hear everything was going on, but I couldn't see anything. And then I moved back inside to try to fix it. So my bad.
I thought you just wanted to smoke a cig.
I'm gonna get a quick refill real quick. I'll be
all right.
Go for it.
Yeah, you're free to leave whenever you feel like it. I gotta take pisses all the time. Kev, I can middle finger flick my Malibu now. What? I've never tried that. Actually, I think I have. Bang! What? You can middle finger flick a Malibu? No. See, I don't like it when it's a knife that's not supposed to be flicked, and it like sometimes doesn't work.
Because you're the detent leader.
Like if I just pick it up and I go, oh shit, it really, dude, this is a game changer. Jordan, I love you, dude. You can flick the Malibu. Oh, see, I don't know. Sometimes you can't get it. Sometimes it pisses me off because then I'm like, it's just a game, The button stick is real on this thing. I don't know why, but it's come back like even worse than before. It's like, can you hear that?
I can't hear it.
Trying not to flick it in my ear. It hit me in the neck. Okay, all right, I'm putting it away.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna log in on my phone.
All right, you do you, brother. Sorry, guys. I know we ignored the comments a bit there. We were just trying to talk to Justin and not worry about everything. Sorry.
So what's your plan for that? What's your plan for how you're going to get these guys to win that flashback?
Oh, I don't know. We're going to deal with that later, but sure. What do you want to?
Well, no. I just want to know what your plan was because our plans never work out great.
Do I ever have a plan? Like,
no,
what?
right?
Best way to go.
All right, Justin. Do you have a middle name? Do you have a middle name?
Douglas.
Oh shit! You weren't supposed to tell us.
You didn't say that.
All right. Don't tell me. Does Asher have a middle name?
I got where you're going with. Yeah.
Does Asher have a middle name?
He does. Yeah.
Okay. Don't tell anybody. But all right, we're gonna have people guess his middle name. Is that okay with you? Can we do that?
It's fine. Yep.
They won't know his last name. They'll just know his first and middle. So,
okay.
Social security number, blood type, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, just that stuff.
Guillotine his ear off. Yeah, so we'll do it that way. So whoever guesses Asher's middle name first. Now, obviously, you're going to have to tell us. But let me think.
I will.
You know what? On your phone right now, there's a private chat option in the corner somewhere. You could put it in there. Otherwise, you gotta really read it. Yeah. You gotta read every comment ever. It's up to you.
He's like, I don't want to do that.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. All right. You ready? Set. Go.
Go, people.
That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
All right. We got one.
Yeah. Who was it?
Jordan.
Jordan? Because I saw one earlier, but I don't know if it was from before. So this fucking egomaniac over here gave his kid the same middle name he has. So his name is Douglas, Asher Douglas. I'm just messing with you.
There's a story about it, though. There's a story about it. My father's name's Douglas, and all the firstborn males in our family have the middle name Douglas.
All right, well, that's fair.
There you go.
I was just kidding, but
I know. So
I saw somebody said it earlier, Plumpy, I think, but that was before we said go.
Yeah.
Right? Just to clarify that, Plumpy. I don't want you to get upset with me. Worst case, I'll buy you a fucking flashback, okay?
Not expensive.
All right. So right. Jordan was saying earlier that he's never handled an Asher, and he just won this one. So
there you go. You know the detents on.
You know the detents good.
The detent's good. And I send him something every week for some goddamn reason. He wins something, or I bought him a mermaid knife. I bought him one of these last time.
Tell me how that knife is really. I've never handled it, but you know what? It's genius because it probably cost $1 to make, and they sell a ton of them because they're everyone wants to have one.
Well, I think they only sell a ton of them because of Blade HQ's videos.
Probably.
That's your detent right there. It actually is stiff, though. That's the weird part.
It's stiff. Yeah, it's locked there, but
I can't get it out easily. But
look at that mermaid tail. It's so.
No, it's because of the action. There's no bearings. I don't know what the fuck's in here.
There's no way.
Yeah, it looks like plastic or something.
Yeah. There you go. Drop shot.
It's terrible, but thanks to David from Eggs and Ham, he gave me this. So
at least yours kind of.
This is probably my favorite poker. So
my Evertech is the shittiest one out of everybody who's ever owned one.
Or the best.
Yeah,
the best,
depending on which way you look at it.
Yeah, right. I have to send you one now, Justin. Horrible. So. You'll be getting one of these.
My wife will love to get that package and open it up and say, "What the?"
Yeah, right.
What? You sure she's not going to be like, oh, is that the new Asher design? I know you've
Really gone downhill.
I know you've been rebellious, but like, are you going that crazy? Seatbelt cutter?
I'm going that way. Yeah, I'm going that way. I'm gonna get crazy with it.
Here's my other terrible knife that Jake got me. This has no detent. I call it the no detent system.
Look at that.
Just
Beautiful.
But it has a reverse bottle cap lifter cleaver on it.
That's what you need. You wonder like where that comes from. Somebody designed that. Somebody.
Well, they stole a design. I think this is called the heater or something, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a knife that looks like this called the heater. I don't know. You guys know better than I do.
Yeah.
Jake knew the whole story, and then apparently they stole the design to make this. I don't know. But this knife, even if this was a good knife, it would suck. Like, look at it.
I know.
You know?
That's what I mean. Somebody designed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one more. There's the Dalica.
Oh yes. You know what? I was in a hardware store the other day, and there was one hanging on the wall.
They have these?
$4.99.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Got it.
Talking about upcharging, I can go to the dollar store and get it for 99 cents.
Right.
I guess. Is that why it's called the Dalica?
Because it's $1.
It's $1.
Plastic clip. It has a plastic
clip. Yep. Plastic thumb studs.
It's the only knife to ever open itself out of a package.
Yeah, because they have your unboxing.
You know what? Again,
in my video, it was the plastic around it was so shit that this could actually cut through it. It's not even sharp. Like, look, I'm like, nothing.
You know what? I'm jealous because I could have went that way and made the worst knife possible, and just sent it out to a couple reviewers. They would have like, "This is the worst knife I've ever seen." I would have sold 1 million of them.
I've probably sold them an ass ton of these.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
He's Avatar's mascot, bro.
I know. I bought at least like 20 of them. So like, think about all the other people that bought one. Jesus.
That's what I mean.
I have a wood knife too.
That's pretty nice.
So what else do you have? Let's say you're not carrying an Asher.
Yeah.
Does that happen anymore?
No, it really doesn't. I can't. I just can't not carry one of my knives. It's not like an ego thing. I made them for me. You know. So I feel so comfortable with them and how they are that I just don't want to carry anything else. I have a bunch of other knives. I used to carry a.
What's your favorite other knife?
Shit.
Let me guess. Kershaw.
No, I started out with Kershaw whenever I was younger. I was looking at those the other day. I have a box of my knives when I was in college, and my Kershaw, it was HCR 13 whatever. But they were just such weird shapes, and it was just so I would never carry them now. But back then,
they do have weird shapes.
You probably had the Ken Onion style blade.
Yeah, I did. I did. That's exactly
or whatever, right?
What is that? Yeah.
This is the Sinkovich design.
Yeah.
Kershaw. Jesus, why can't I remember? I always know what it is. That's weird that I can't remember right now. Somebody will tell me in the comment. I actually really like this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, Kershaw makes a decent, a decent knife. Obviously, I mean,
it's HCR though. They nailed the detent.
Yeah, nailed the detent. I just don't understand why these companies don't use better steels. I mean, I know they're in the budget line, but why can't they?
Kershaw invented 14C28N. Why wouldn't they use that?
Yeah,
but they're using this. It's the Kershaw Atmos.
Yeah,
I saw that was before you said it. Factors of Jack. Maybe I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I don't know. I do like this one though. All right, so
I can't go to Blade. I can't go to the Blade show.
We tried to get him to go to Atlanta, and he just couldn't. He's got a son. And
I had a wedding to go to this time, but it's so during the summertime, it's so hard for me to get away because that's my busiest time in real estate. I just can't get out.
Right.
But there it is. The SE Zakundo is what I carry a lot.
Yes.
I know.
I hate that knife, dude. It's not bad. I just hate
I like
it. It's like an ugly rat, Ontario rat.
You know what? That was one of the reasons why I really pushed myself to do it, because I liked a lot of it. I hated the blade shape, and I liked how solid it was, and I liked the general length and shape of it. But I was like, man, why can't I have why couldn't this have a better blade shape, or why couldn't this have a better
Steel.
Really, the Ergos are pretty good too, but like a better pocket clip, just things like that. I'd have a ton of different knives that I'd like one or two things about, but I'd always want to change, something about it.
Right.
And that's kind of how I really push myself to get into it.
I gotta trust you more of your blades, man. I've only experienced the flashback.
Let me know. Yeah, just let me know. I'll be happy to send you one, man. It's honestly, I'm happy to do it because
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, it helps me out selfishly, but I like to get my blades in anybody's hands, really, just to see how they are and just to try them out. That's my main goal, is to have one.
I have almost all of them, so I can send you whatever you want. But Justin, you gotta get the free one though. So he'll send you one, and then I'll send you whatever else you want to look at. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. That'll work.
Chris. Yeah, let's start a giveaway right now for Chris, and then I'll send you the answer in the private chat.
There we go.
That'll work out perfect.
I'm on the hunt for that
M390. I know it. You know what? My second run, I'll be happy to do it. My second run after they're gone, I'll send them out to everybody.
Oh, they're going to be going, bro. They're going to be going.
They will.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be happy with that. I would be. And
as soon as you said it, the comments started going nuts, and I was like, oh, shit. They're going to be gone before I can get one.
Yeah.
Rodney's in the house. I'll be getting
Rodney, what's up, Rodney?
M390. Yeah, he won my Finch Holiday giveaway the other day.
I just got that in, Kev. The one with the red micarta.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
I just got it in yesterday from
Justin,
Spencer.
what do you think of the Finch knives? You guys are kind of similar to me because the same time frame for me. You guys came around.
Yeah, and their knives look super solid. I mean, they look great. They're in a different space. He's a real, or they're real more traditional.
Yeah.
And I like that. I mean, I love that kind of stuff, and it looks like they're extremely solid, and they made it good blades still. What, they're like 154 cm is most of them.
Right?
Yeah, they started they started with N690, but then they quickly switched to 154 cm.
Yeah,
and that's what they've used since. I love these traditional looking, but the fact that it's a flipper, is what makes it different. Because if it was just traditional, I'd be like, but guess what the factor is on this fucking detent? They nailed it. They nailed the detent on these. I gotta send you some of these. I have all of them as well.
Yeah, I'd like to check it out. I mean,
I'm actually giving I'm giving the holiday that I got yesterday. I'm giving that to my brother tomorrow as a graduation present.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
He watched your video, Kev, on your giveaway, and he's seen it, and he was like, "Oh, what's that knife? That thing looks awesome," and stuff. And I was like, "Dude, I actually have one coming to me, and I already have one. I don't need two." But I didn't tell him I was giving it to him. I'm gonna surprise it to him tomorrow.
Right. Oh, that's awesome, dude. What's he graduating?
High school. I'm like 12 years older than my little brother.
That's cool.
That's great, man. I miss high school.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no shit. Everybody says you want to get out, but I want to go back.
Yeah, you hate it for the first 10 years after, and then you're like, oh, man, I wish I could go back to
I never hated it. I loved high school.
I always hated it.
I loved it.
I just
had
wish
a
I
great
could
group of
remember
friends,
most of it.
and I played football. I didn't have to do a damn thing.
I played football too. I know. It was great. It was great. I miss it, but I was up in the attic the other day pulling out some stuff, and I found my old high school highlight tape, for football.
Nice.
I sat downstairs. I have a DVD player down here. I actually played and sat there and drank and watched it. It was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, how good
That's
were
cool.
you? You think you're any good or?
Yeah, I was fair. I was fair. I was a fullback and linebacker, and I got first team all conference my senior year. I was happy with that. And then I went off into the sunset into college.
See, I only played baseball, and the coolest thing I ever got to do was be on play at Tropicana on ESPN and shit. That was like
pretty sweet.
The coolest thing that ever happened to me.
That's pretty sweet.
With the pitcher and everything. That was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I hated high school. Yeah, Plumpy. I wasn't a big high school fan either. I played baseball until 10th grade, I think. I went into high school and then I started like smoking weed and shit. But I just stopped. I started doing dumbass shit. That's what I would like to redo is like not be an idiot and actually like enjoy high school the way you should. And I think it would have been a lot. I didn't even go to prom. I didn't get to go to graduation. So I kind of regret all that stuff.
Why couldn't you go to graduation?
Both of them were because I was like, I had to finish. All right. So in 11th grade, you have this, or no, was it 11th or 12th? In the winter, you have this thing called winter ball here.
Yeah.
It's like a big dance. And my senior year, I went to that high as fuck. And I got arrested. Like they literally like walked me out in handcuffs from the thing. And so then I like wasn't allowed on school property for
obviously
whatever. So I went to some like alternate school for the last 6 months, and I graduated and all that shit. It was all fine ultimately, but like I couldn't go to prom. I couldn't go to graduation. Like, so
that's crazy.
I think I did do graduation. I didn't go to prom. That's what it was.
That's bad.
I got walked out of driver's ed.
There you go.
I took the driver's ed course and got walked out for ripping the e-brake when somebody was driving.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I was.
Well, at least you didn't have to pay somebody to go to prom with you.
Yeah,
because more than likely you would have had to.
Yeah. Is that what you did?
No, I'm saying you would have had.
Why would I have? I was like one of the hot dudes in high school.
The hot boys.
Shit, man. That was before I started drinking all the beers.
I bet my wife had welding class.
Drinking and smoking weed in high school lies. What do you mean lies? Bang.
Bam.
Hold on, I lived
in Canada for a year, and I went to high school. I was in 10th grade, and I went to high school there. And my parents were like, "Listen, you have to try to like get along with the other kids and make some friends." And I said, "Well, buy me a ball and a dime bag of weed, and I'll be the most popular kid." Everybody's playing there. It was crazy.
Wow,
it was insane.
I don't know if that's who is that, Kevin?
It's
weird.
Kevin sounds like shit. Okay, I sound like shit.
My earbud, and I'm a baller. I got 2 pairs, and I switched over.
Okay, yeah, so it's totally fine now, but it was we all sounded like fucking robots for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it was coming out and going. Yeah, it was going back in.
Gotcha.
I've had these for a while, and then they started kind of being batteries started dying, so I bought a new set. Don't tell my wife, and
I just bought another $200 set of earbuds. I'm bougie like that.
Whatever.
Nah, they're only like 130. They're only like $30 more than an Asher and M390.
There you go.
Oh, boom.
If you want to start comparing things like that, that'll help me. You can buy a moderate set of earbuds, or you can buy an M399.
Boom.
There you go. Well, this knife is from Kaiser, which obviously is a much larger company than Asher. And this is 20 CV in micarta on a steel liner lock.
Yep.
And it retails for $130.
Mm-hmm.
So
they can. They can do that. They can whatever.
Barely. I mean, even that's like really good for them.
for sure.
And for you to have a much smaller company to do it with titanium,
Yeah,
is insane, and it's $30 less.
my overhead is like that. You know what I mean? It's I outsource, the everything really, and it comes to me. And by the time it comes to me, I do everything. So all the work that I have to put into, that's what I see it as my my profit. You know what I mean? That's the only area that I can get the profit is the work that I put into it to make sure that they're, in good condition. They're performing the way they should, and you can't rely on a manufacturer to give you a perfect knife every, on all and everything you order. 500 of them are not going to be perfect. You have to make sure that they're good when they go out, because if I would have got a bad rap, and my first knives I did actually, my first knives I didn't know, all the problems with them.
I forgot about that story.
Yeah,
that was before. Was that before it was even Asher?
What's that?
The first knife.
Oh yeah, those ones. Yeah, that's so. I my first manufacturer. I sent them my drawings to produce the knives, and they were in the process of producing them, and they sent me 2 knives that I could sell immediately. Basically, I could put my logo on them and sell them immediately. And so at that point, I had no idea what I was doing, or what was what. So I said, okay, cool. You send me designs that'll ship to me in 2 weeks, like real fast. I could start up my company and sell them. And this was after I had the classic produced, my first one.
Right.
So they sent me those, and I ordered 100 of each, I think, and they were cheap. I mean, they were cheap knives, and I found that they were close to clones. I mean, they were pretty much clones of 2 knives of the Ziba. I think the Ziba, one of his models, and A2, the A2, A6. But I would have never known that. And I still, when you just start out, you have no idea who these smaller makers are. You're not smaller makers, but I guess not mainstream, not as mainstream if you're not in the knife community.
Right.
So as soon as anybody said that to me, I stopped, selling them immediately. I took a loss on that, on those knives, because I didn't want to damage my, my very,
I never
very
even
early
saw
brand.
those knives.
Yeah. So they're still in my garage, actually. I just use them to.
You should send me those. I want to check them out.
He's like, no,
I don't want,
no.
yeah, I don't want to.
I won't record it. I just want to see them.
I know. Yeah, I will. Maybe I will. They're great beater knives. They really are.
Send me some pictures. I just want to see what they look like. I've literally never seen them.
Yeah, that's because I made sure that it was wiped off.
You did a good job, dude.
Yeah, I made sure that, because that was, I literally sold them for a month, and that was like the sticking point on like Reddit. I was on Reddit for a while, and somebody would always come up with that, that one thing, like, oh, these knives are great, but you used to sell, you started as a clone company. I'm like, I honestly didn't. I started with, it's just I had no idea, and as soon as I knew, I stopped selling them, and I didn't even sell that many of them. I sold like maybe 20 of them. It wasn't even anything, and I was selling them for like $40. So it was a stupid. I just didn't know, at that point, and I learned, and I've over the past like 2 years, I've really learned a lot of shit from this in this business, and it's just I've gotten to this point now, but it's a pitch.
He wants to know if you could put a sticker in the box and sign it too.
I don't have any stickers, but I could sign it.
Yeah,
I could get one of my son's dino stickers.
Man. You should really get stickers.
I know. I just don't.
You should
do that
try
kind of
sticker
stuff.
mule, man.
Yeah, I know.
As hell too.
Really?
Yeah, they do a deal every week, and it's like you pay $20 and you get 50 stickers, or you pay $10 and you get 30 magnets or whatever. Like, it's always some weird deal. I do it every week, pretty much.
Really?
That's where I get all my swag. I never spend like hundreds of dollars on stickers.
Yeah.
Do I sound weird to you guys?
Yes,
Keep saying
you do.
Yeah,
I
you
do?
sound really weird. And they're trying to get us in the comments to tell you about how bad you
I
sound.
know, I saw it, but I'm on my AirPods, and that's what I have it set to. It's really weird.
Yeah, you
So
sound
you
like
have one
10 miles
bougie
away.
pair of AirPods, and then the other pair of AirPods is your extra AirPods.
Your extra earpods. That backup set of diamond encrusted earpods.
Like the problem is their AirPods get Android. Jesus, what the hell
What
is
the
going
hell
on?
was that?
It sounded like the fucking mothership was coming down and going to take us away or something.
Yep. I'm lucky. My wife works from home, so she has this sweet microphone.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I'm real professional right now.
I can't hear anybody now. This is great.
I can hear you. I
Yeah,
can hear
Now I
you.
feel like
we can hear you.
I feel like Kyle now. This is what you guys get.
Dude, this
for
is
fucking-
Kyle right in the
Yeah,
beginning.
when we first started, before you got on, Justin, technology hates me. That's just all there is to it. I was couldn't figure it out. Yeah, fucking Kevin. Oh, he's gone. He's like, I'll fix this.
I'm out of here.
God,
That's-
yeah.
My first ever like podcast with Bob, the knife junkie,
Yep.
Yeah.
put me on, and it was the first time I ever did that at all, like ever. And my audio wasn't working, and I swear to God, I had like puddles of sweat just dripping out of me because I was like, I don't know what to do.
Dude, I had to I didn't even own a laptop before I started doing this stuff.
Yeah.
I had to buy one, learn how to use everything
All right.
because so I could pull up the comments and blow Kevin up and
Yeah.
all that bullshit or whatever.
So you
It took
could
me, like,
blow
a good
me?
while. And I learned a lot because he'd take us aside like before the live show would even start. They'd be like, okay, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, this is how you do this.
Yeah.
All right, and then kind of figure out the rest of this shit on my way when I'm going through a live stream. But yeah, I didn't know how to do anything before.
That's the best way to do it. Just learn as you do it.
Oh,
Right.
dude, I've messed up so many times. People
People
call you
like
out.
that.
Oh no, I find that shit funny though. So
Yeah, I do too. You know what I mean? It's gotta be real.
yeah, right.
What do you?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, can you hear me? Is it fine?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you
fine
sound-
now.
All right. It must.
His
See,
third
I,
set.
I knew those AirPods were going to shit because I bought new ones, but these are going to die again. But anyway, Dustin's asking about the October. He's the one who told me to get one. Dude, the detent was shit when I got it. I had to strengthen it. I told the story twice already tonight, so I don't want to tell it all over again. But I got it pretty much perfect. It's a good knife. $130. It's not bad. So, but it's
Not a
not as
fucking
good as
Asher.
an F5.
It's not M390 and titanium for $99 though.
No, it is not.
That's true. It's not.
That's what I'm banking on.
You should do a knife hole for deployment. Are you not?
Have you thought about that, Justin?
Ooh.
Yeah, I have. I see everything that I do. I mean, it's such a big gamble, no matter what, even down to the color. Like if I do one color in the whole run and somebody doesn't like it, or not most people don't like it, I'm screwed. Really. I mean, I won't be able to sell as many. The whole is like personally, I like thumb studs. It's just for deployment. I love a thumb stud. It's just easier for me.
I think more people like holes.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
see,
That's what she said.
But here's the thing. So
That's what she said, though.
people in this community that are like us, Kev and
Yeah.
Chris and all of us, we
We like
buy a
holes.
bunch of knives. We like hole deployment. But before anybody really gets into the hobby, all they see is flippers and thumb studs.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then they
Yes.
also
That's
are
what
only
we
wanting
start
to
with.
spend a certain amount of money.
Right.
So it's a good idea right now, obviously for the thumb studs and for the flippers. Once your name's out, once we get that MP90 and everybody's buying your knives,
That's
I'm
right.
just saying.
Then
right.
expand. Yeah.
Honestly, once that happens, I mean, if I'm lucky enough for that to happen, I could take more risks. I could take more
Right.
risks doing that stuff. It just now, it's like it's so hard for me to do that because I'm stuck with that decision no matter what. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I do a thumb hole opening and most people don't like it, then I'm screwed. My wife's killing me because I have 10 boxes of knives sitting in my garage that I haven't sold, and it's tough. It's tough. So I still have to play it safe, but I'm starting to be able to kind of branch out a little bit. But personally, myself, that's the other thing I have to get over is doing things for myself. Because personally, I carry all my knives, and I like to make a knife that I want to carry, and that's thumb studs. I do like the flippers. I'm not 100. I'm not like all about flippers. I do like them.
Ooh, you can middle finger flick the flashback. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's what I. Oh, you got it. Ooh, okay.
You can middle finger flick it.
This one, I'm really excited about this one because it feels so good. I mean, it
sounds good.
Yeah, I made it so like just anybody that puts this in the hand, I don't think that can say that there's a problem. There's no hot spots. It's just real neutral, and it's just a real plain neutral knife that works well. I mean, it's solid and it's thin.
Right. Thin, yeah.
Do you ever get pissed off at the bug out comments?
Yeah.
Here we go, Kevin.
No, the reason I bring that up, I brought it up because he posted it was a picture or a video of the Spiro, which is this knife, which looks nothing like a fucking bug out.
Yeah.
The one with the axis lock. I think you showed it to us earlier, the green one.
Yeah.
And there was people in the comments that were like, that looks like a bug out. That's just a bug out in green.
It's so aggravating, to be honest. I mean, it is, but I understand. Like, I understand where they're coming from. It's similar. I mean, it is similar. All people see are the.
I don't think this looks like a bug out at all.
No, that doesn't.
They see the axis lock, and they see
the axis lock, and they see this part right here and the axis lock are the only thing that are similar to a bug out. The blade actually looks more like a Civivi Elementum, to be honest.
Right,
that's true.
Than a bug out. The Nomad. Okay, yeah, it looks kind of like a bug out, but that's the only one.
Yeah, it sort of does. Yeah, I mean, I can understand where they're coming from, but it's not, and it's different. And
but this is the only one. That wasn't the knife that you were showing. You were showing that Spiro,
right?
So I don't know. It just pissed me off because I was like, I was firing off at people in the comments on that.
I appreciate that because believe me, I always try to stay professional no matter what. I don't say anything that I don't fire off on people because I have to stay professional no matter what.
Right.
And that's what I do. But I believe me, I would love to just really unload. Like, I almost want to make a fake account, just unload on me, on some of these people that say stupid shit that I can't, I wouldn't say that, I just let them have their opinion, and that's how it is. People still buy them, they buy the Nomad. They like the Nomad. I love the Nomad, to be honest.
I like the Nomad. I think the Nomad's awesome.
It's very functional and it's solid. I mean,
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm sorry I had to take a phone call from my daughter. But, all right, even those people that say, oh, that just looks too much like a bug out. First of all, it doesn't. So you're fucking stupid. But second of all, it functions way better than a fucking bug out. Because it's like when Kevin pulled his bug out up there, I have guys at work. I actually bought a gentleman at work a bug out because he's a lightweight kind of guy. And then when I had Kevin's Nomad, just because it was an Axis style lock, he likes that kind of lock. And he was flicking it, and he was like, "Holy shit, so much smoother!" You know? And then, so anyway, it aggravates the shit out of me too.
It's aggravating for sure, but I just keep I made it through. Whenever I first started out, I got a lot of that on like Reddit. You know, I mean, I'd post on Reddit, you know, deals and things like that when I was just starting out. And
Oh,
people,
really? On Reddit?
yeah, on Reddit, and people can be very brutal on Reddit.
Yeah,
Like,
Reddit is
yeah,
interesting.
like they can be
Yeah.
extremely brutal on there. But
That's because it's super, what's it called? Anonymous. Like you're
Yeah, it
not
is.
tied to yourself at all.
Not at all. But
Like
there's a
Instagram,
lot
it's
of
a
people that are
little
nice
different.
on there too. I mean, a lot of supporters, you know,
Right.
a lot of people that are level-headed. And I've sold a lot of knives because of Reddit, to be honest. You know, and it's just how it is. But there's always those few people that are just so negative that it like aggravates me, and it shouldn't, but it just aggravates the hell out of me because I take it personally.
I want to read this comment real quick that Jordan Steve posted. He said, the bug out wasn't the first knife to be so simple and neutral. Somehow everyone says that any knife with simple or neutral lines is a bug out copy.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I agree with
That makes no total sense.
Hey,
Oh, Carla's in here?
Hey,
Little
Carla.
fit devil.
I
What's up,
Joe.
Carla?
Hey, Joe. But hey, Carla. Little fit devil. We actually met her at Blade Show, which was kind of cool. She's actually short.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that, man. That had to be awesome. You guys had to have a great time.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we had a blast just because we got to actually hang out for once, like in person.
Right.
And just all the people we met, and I think it was more about that than it was about the knives, which I guess you hear that all the time, and that's true. But
makes sense.
yeah, and I think even this Blade Show was kind of more muted than I think it will be in the future because of COVID and everything. It was, from what I heard from other people that have been to previous ones, it's usually a lot crazier, busier. And even so, it was awesome, you know?
Yeah, right. I mean, you did have some makers that didn't make it this year, but for the most part, we got to meet everybody that we wanted to. We got to meet people that are on the YouTube platform and makers that we've always bought the knives we've never met. It was really, really nice.
I think that would be the best part about it for me is going there and meeting the people that, you know, you basically interact with all the time online, but you get to see them in person.
That's what it was. Right.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. And it was almost to the point where like we were like, shit, you know, we didn't get to meet this person and this person and this person because like you felt like everybody should be there, you know?
Yeah.
And they weren't.
That'd be great if they could, you know.
Yeah, well, we tried to drag your ass there. Or I know. Your buddy did. He was all about it. He like messaged me separately. He's like, "Hey, man, you got to help me get Justin down there." And I was like, "Okay."
He's been my friend since we were like 5 years old, probably. Like literally like 5 years old.
Oh wow.
He's been one of my oldest friends, and he is very persistent on he's very persistent, you know. Like he's one of those guys where you won't talk to him for like 2 months or 3 months, you won't hear anything from him, and then he'll just text you out of the blue, and it's like he'll ask me some random question, you know, and then we'll talk like for 20, you know, half an hour, go back and forth, and it's just one of those things. Yeah, it's just one of those old friends. Very persistent.
Those are the best though.
Yeah, they are. They are. I'm lucky enough to have quite a few of those. Yeah, quite a few of those old friends.
Right.
But
I actually went before I came here tonight. It was one of those kind of friends that me and my wife went out to eat with him, his wife. We were best friends growing up, everybody gets busy and we don't talk for a little bit. But as soon as we do, we'll talk. One of them was like, "Hey, dipshit. Hey, jackass," and then we just start talking and catching back up.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's how it is. That's great, though. I mean, it's nice to have, you know, at least 1 or 2 people like that you can do.
Mateo is just giving Chris shit every time he posts.
Hey, I put it up there.
Are you doing that on your phone right now?
Yeah, I can do it from my phone.
That's cool. I think I tried it.
That's right, Matt.
I couldn't do it from my phone, so that's cool.
I just realized that could. I was totally fucking lying, but I just realized I could, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw that one earlier.
I think that's the only one that was recent.
Okay, Justin,
Yeah.
you sent me this picture of this flashback looking thing.
That's the Zulu. The Zulu.
Am I allowed to show this?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
How
crap,
well
I
you
can't see. I'm on my phone.
Oh, here, I'll do it.
There you go.
That looks
Nice.
cool, man.
Yeah, it
Dope.
does. I like that blade shape.
Contour
makes me
D10.
that's more clarified because I really wasn't sure what you were talking about with that blade shape, but now okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you can easily flick this thing. It has a fuller running down the blade. I mean, I'm literally having no problem just getting in there like, hey, you want to flick this? Yep. Bang.
Oh, got it.
So it's pretty. Justin, do you have a hard time doing it? Because you were like, you got it. Like,
I do. No, I do.
Okay.
I do have a hard time doing it. I mean, I just started to get good at flicking. Like,
yeah, you got to be a flicking champ with me, you know.
As he cuts his finger.
It's not the way that I open blades. It's just
Right. Well, that's why I prefer the hole over the thumb stud, basically.
I know.
Because of that, like, it's just the titanium Spiro has a great middle finger flick because of that big
stud. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it was one of those weird things where like you can't really focus on. Well, I do now, unfortunately. But I focus on. I have to be able to like satisfy the middle flick. Like if it doesn't drop shut, and if it has to middle flick, and it has to, if it doesn't have all those things, people aren't going to buy the knife, or they're going to be dissatisfied with the knife.
Well,
like if
maybe I'm rubbing off on you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of the people that are buying knives now. I mean, they
like me, dude.
especially whenever I'm selling knives from people watching your videos or watching anybody's videos. If it doesn't drop shut and if it doesn't have those features, they're dissatisfied. And I get an email saying, well, my blade doesn't drop shut. It's too tight. So technically it's not supposed to drop shut. I mean, I didn't, I'm not, but like my SE Zakundo doesn't drop shut. I can tell you that.
Right.
I never thought about it either. I never even thought about it until I really started to get into the knife community, and knife world.
You're used to just opening and closing a knife, right?
Yeah,
You're just like,
exactly.
Let me open it, let me close it.
And close it.
You probably went like this half the time.
Exactly.
And use your hands to open it, and then you would, do this like my wife does when I hand her a knife.
Real. I'll tell you what, my grandfather does that, and it drives me crazy when he can't find how to like close the lock. He's like, well, what do I do here? Like grabbing the blade.
There.
Like, I don't want you to cut yourself, please. Just.
He's asking if you have any plans to make a flipper, which is kind of funny because you're holding a flipper. And he actually has this knife as well. The Silva is out there. It's a flipper. Yeah. This was my budget knife of 2020, actually. Which I don't know what that means to anybody, but it was.
It means a lot to me, Kev. It means a lot to me.
There you go. Well, I'm happy that, and it comes with
balls.
Sorry.
Yeah, Kyle,
it is now.
your fault, dude.
There's no going back.
Oh wait, Kyle, that reminds me. Jordan was asking about your Zippo insert. He asked how you like it because he had to send his back or something.
Well, the insert actually works pretty good, but I'm telling you, the butane.
Right, filling it up sucks.
Filling it up sucks because I never seem to get it. It only lasts a little bit because I do smoke, and so I use my lighter a lot during the day, and it never lasts very long. So the insert itself seems, the insert itself seems to work.
Refilling it. I don't understand why they don't come with a gauge. Like they should have a gauge inside that says how much or whatever, so you know it's full. Because it is frustrating trying to fill these up.
Well, that's the reason why I stopped using the Zippo. I smoke, so I go through it too quickly. I just started carrying it back again. It lasts me a lot longer.
These are the butane ones, but yeah, even the regular Zippos with the part that's annoying about a regular Zippo is flipping it over. You get the cotton, and at least you could tell when it was full, but you'd have fucking lighter fluid all over you. And then you stick it in, and the first time you light it, it's like,
Dude, I've
Like
straight
all
up
over.
lit my goatee on fire before doing that shit, trying to light a cigarette.
you're right. It just wasn't worth it. And a Bic lighter is so small, and it lasts forever.
It really does, dude. And I got like 40,000 of them in the house.
I have
Every
one
time
in my pocket I've had for over a year. I mean, it has to be 2 years almost at this point.
Dude,
I had it. Because I
my
don't
wife gets
smoke, though,
pissed.
so.
She's got the ones with like the longer little nozzle on there so she can light candles.
Oh, yeah.
And if I can't find my fucking Bic lighter, I'll take that bitch and pocket it. And then I forget about it, gets thrown in the wash. We just had to buy another one tonight, dude. She was bitching me out because I lost another one. I don't know where the hell it went.
Dude, you gotta be careful. She can hear you right now.
Nah, she's sleeping right now.
Yeah.
She came out earlier, though, with me mugging me, so I'm a little
It's
scared.
just she said. Yeah, I got my kid in the morning, so I gotta be careful tonight. I don't want to be too. This is what I carry. 90% of the time is just a mini Bic, and they're so small and they last for so long. Like, there's no
I carry
reason to have
carry
anything
that
else.
size, like what Kyle has.
That way
because-
nobody steals it.
Kyle, you're
Because-
gay. You're gay,
Because,
bro.
look,
Carry a
nobody
pink
steals
lighter.
this one.
You're so
And
gay.
nobody wants a pink lighter.
They'll find you and give it
I
back.
don't give a damn, dude, what color it is.
I
As long
would
as it
steal
works.
that shit. Yeah, you should have seen my outfit today. So I had these pink. I don't know if you saw them at Blade, Kyle. The day I got there, I had them on. They're like pink and white shorts.
Oh,
Like
yeah. See, I
plaid type-
didn't know you as well. I thought maybe whenever I met you for the first time and you were wearing faggot pants, I shouldn't say anything. And then, but then
yeah.
yes, go ahead.
But then I have this pink shirt. It's you guys know who Farmer E is? He's a YouTuber.
Nah.
He's from Denmark. I think
Oh,
he's from
yeah, I have
Norway.
Oh,
I have
okay.
seen them.
Norway or something. He has a farm. He's really cool. And I bought a shirt of his. It has this like water buffalo cartoon character on it. That's just whatever. And it's pink. And I wore that with these shorts today.
I do remember that
And
shirt.
My wife was like, "What the fuck are you wearing?" And I was like, I thought this looked good. Pink on pink. Like, she didn't think so.
He was wearing that when you guys were watching Brokeback Mountain.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
All right.
Dude,
So
that
That's
was
the best part about having a wife is they look at you and they think, "What the fuck did I marry?" Like,
I gotta dress you now? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the other half of the time they're like, "Why'd you marry me?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
And then you have to be like, "Because you're hot," you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's what they're
I-
fishing
my
for.
wife, why did you
Water
marry me?
buffalo. Yeah, it's water, man. It's water. You got a glass of water.
You make fun of me for saying chol,
Yeah.
and you
Hey,
say
man.
water.
I
That's
It's
sort of
water.
a
I
Pennsylvania
got
thing,
made
isn't
fun
it?
of for saying Chol the other day.
Do you say water?
Water.
I said water.
no.
He says
you
water.
You guys,
We say
he's
water.
in Pittsburgh. He's not.
You
from
sound like
Philly.
you
He
have a
doesn't
dick in
think-
your mouth when you say
Yeah,
water.
see, that's the surprising thing that me and Kev get along so well because I'm from Pittsburgh, he's from Philly, and they don't mix. They're like water and oil.
Water.
Water and oil.
It's true.
Oh.
It's true.
That's true. Yeah, but luckily both our sports teams just suck ass right now all the
Yeah,
time.
it's
So it doesn't
true.
really matter.
It's true. We're hanging on to that six rings, but you know what I mean. It's you
Yeah.
can only hang on to it for so long.
That's funny. My wife's from PA, and she
Oh,
says
God.
Warsh.
Warsh. Yep. Down
And
a
I'm
Warsh
like,
machine.
what the fuck are you saying? Warsh?
W-
Like,
what?
boss.
We have
Yeah.
our own
Some people in
lingo
the
down
South
here. I'm
down
telling
here
you.
Wait. You say Warsh?
No,
Warsh. I
my
don't
wife
say Warsh.
does.
His wife says
I
Warsh.
say wash. I
Wash.
say wash.
I say
I
wash.
say wash.
I do the wash. But I drink water though.
Yeah, see, that's a Philly. That's a
Have
Philly.
you seen that? Have you seen the HBO show and the SNL skit about it?
No, I didn't see it.
Mayor. It's called Mayor of Easttown. It's like a murder thing,
Yeah.
and there's an SNL skit on it because they're from here. They talk like us, Wooder,
Yeah.
and it's like you
Water.
murdered my dirter.
Yeah, we have.
Where you said that to us? That shit
You
was funny.
murdered my dirter down by the water.
We were
That
very
shit cracked
distinct.
me up when I watched
Yeah.
that.
I can hear it. There's some people that have a strong Pittsburghese, we called it, and they have a very strong accent, and you know they're straight from the city. I mean, they're like, I'm going down the river, and we're gonna drink some icy light, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be awesome. It's like a Boston,
I'm gonna
Philly mix.
I'm gonna show this video. Hang on. I'm gonna show it so you guys can see it.
You gonna turn that volume up?
Yeah, bro. I can't hear nothing.
That was hilarious.
Are you using your new AirPods?
Yeah.
I don't think we can hear Kevin now. Say something.
Hang on, Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm
See,
smiling
this
too.
is exactly why we don't like Philly.
God damn! I put it on and then I muted myself so you could hear everything, and I could go take a piss while it happened. And then, hold on, I didn't check off the audio box. I'm sorry, Jesus fucking Christ. Share audio. I'm sorry. All right, Kyle. Just so you know, you're gonna get a fucking copyright for this, but who cares?
You think I care?
I mean, they're not gonna like shut your channel off, but they're gonna not let you make money off this live stream. Just telling you.
You know what's
I know you
crazy?
don't
I posted a video of my, like a video of me opening the knife, whatever, and the music was playing in the background, and I got a copyright issue with that just from the audio in the background.
Well, I usually in my videos, Justin, I say "fuck YouTube" a lot, so I don't really care.
They don't like that
because I don't like YouTube and Google.
I got Jason from NebuCloud working on a design for Kyle that says it's going to be like a sticker or a shirt that says "fuck you, YouTube."
I hate him.
He's
Also,
also
too much shit.
He's also working on the Shadow Rangers stickers.
There you go. We got him working on a lot of shit. He did the Detent Diva shirt too. All right, here we go. Sorry. Wait, let me make sure the volume is loud. It should be loud enough. Let me know.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay, I've never seen
accurate.
The TV show is actually really good though.
It's pretty accurate. Yeah.
The actual crime show is really good. Just check it out on HBO. It's called Mayor of Easttown.
Mayor of Easttown. I'll check it out.
Anyway, yeah.
That's very accurate though. We have that they had that accent down pretty spot on.
Yeah, you guys don't have it as bad as we do, but
I don't know. Pittsburgh, if you get real city Pittsburgh, like the people that grew up in the city, it's real thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Boston, man. If you talk to somebody from Southie, it's like, oh God.
Yeah. Boston.
When I was a kid and somebody would be like, they were from up north and they would be like, "Do you want some pop?" I was like,
yes, it was. It was, Jordan. That was Elon.
I had no clue what the hell that even was.
Oh, you don't know pop. Yeah.
Pop?
It's not soda.
How about root beer?
Root beer?
Root beer.
Root beer.
I don't know, dude. Everybody in the group, I understand Kyle the most because I'm from the South. So when Kyle's talking gibberish,
y'all are
I completely understand that.
Like my Southern accent is way toned down compared to most of my family. Just saying.
Is that true? I don't believe that at all.
Oh yeah, you should hear my mom.
It can get worse, dude. It can get worse.
Oh yeah.
And
then you got certain parts. Yeah, you got certain parts of the South where you got a Southern accent, but then you have the slow Southern accent where they talk like this, like you gonna go down there to the store. That's how they talk.
Jordan asked, "You
That's
guys
a
get
Philly.
whiz wit on your cheesesteaks?"
That's a Philly thing.
He was telling
Yep.
me about that. I didn't know that was a thing.
That is a
Yeah.
Philly thing. You gotta say
You know what?
whiz.
You know what the best part is?
It's with or without.
2 years ago, a company in Pittsburgh won the best Philly cheesesteak. They got the best Philly cheesesteak award. Yeah,
No.
they did the Philly cheesesteak the best.
Who's deciding that though? Like that makes no sense.
The world did.
The world.
The world. Well, the world is wrong. All right.
I don't know.
Kyle probably hears guys from the Water Boy.
That's exactly what that's from, too.
That is
The Water Boy.
I'll
Balls.
take.
Boom.
A long draw.
Needle dick. Needle dick. Gatorade sucks.
If you put some overalls on,
Gatorade rules.
it would be perfect.
He needs the overalls and the straw
Water.
out of his
Water. Water sucks. Nap Sergeant, I'm from upstate New York, but my wife is from Louisiana. She speaks normally until she talks to a family member.
Family member, right?
Then the twang
That's the way
comes
I
out.
am.
It's kind of weird. That's funny, yeah. Never thought of that.
You live in New York? I didn't know that, NAF Sergeant.
No,
I didn't
he's
know you-
from upstate New York.
Oh, okay.
I
sorry.
think he lives out west for some reason. I'm pretty sure he lives
Yeah.
out west. But it
Don't
could
go
be.
back.
He's
Don't
in
go
the
back to
Air
New York.
Force, so I'm guessing he lives in Colorado. I don't know why. That's my guess. But it is.
Just because he's in the Air Force. Fucking
Well,
Colorado, yeah.
That's where the Air Force.
I know he's in the
training
Air
area
Force, but I see what you're saying. Okay.
Right there.
is. Las
Probably
Vegas. I knew that.
Vegas. That's
I
right.
knew that.
I forgot because I did
Yeah,
know that
his
because that's where he
videos.
goes. He goes to that Vegas store
Yeah.
all the time. That's
He
right.
says it all the time.
PDK Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's it.
PVK Vegas. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he goes there all the time. Why the hell did we not remember that?
I'm actually laughing uncontrollably out loud about the Gatorade kind. Gatorade sucks. Needle dick. Max says you need to make that a T-shirt. The world is wrong. The world is wrong, man. Shit, I gotta do one T-shirt at a time. I'm starting with Detent Diva. All right.
That's a good one. The world is wrong is a good one too.
Yeah.
You can apply to so many things.
YouTube sucks. That's a good one too.
I did.
Yeah.
People make
I
fun
hate
of
you,
me
Google.
all the time online when they hear me talk. You're from Alabama, aren't you? Laugh my ass off.
I am
Where
from
are you
Alabama.
from?
Who, me?
He said, like, no, that's Kyle, not me.
Oh.
I don't know what Jordan sounds like. Dude, I got family in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, and North Carolina. Talk about accents.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
John's got an accent. He's a unique individual when it comes to his speech. If you've ever heard him. No, Mr. Klein? Klein? You're wrong. Mama's right. Okay.
Water boy.
Mama's right.
That
Mama's
medulla
right.
oblongata.
Medulla oblongata.
Can't believe we're talking about the water boy.
Mama says weak detents are the devil. Jared, that was perfect. Thank you, sir.
Oh, that was awesome.
Now that's a shirt. That's a shirt.
That's a shirt. That's what I'd wear.
John BFF, do they battle of accents? Oh, do the battle of accents. Oh, God.
Maybe
Left
we can do that one day.
He says my knife sucks. T-shirt colon. People keep saying that.
Hey, whenever you're discerning on your knives, most knives suck. You know? If you're that discerning.
Well, the thing is with
That's true.
Kevin, it could be like this. It could be like, this sucks. And then by the end of the video, it's fucking not that bad. It's pretty good, actually. That's what he is.
Just give him some time to work himself out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some of the knives here that I've said that about, and that I still have. I don't know. The Stinger is one, but I had to make this knife good. You know, I had to have the flipper deleted off of it.
Oh.
So now it has just a flick.
That's
This
pretty
thing's
good.
really good. This
Yeah.
is sub $100, Justin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I like those.
You should try one of those. He won't buy anything but his own knives now. He's such a
I
cheap
won't.
bastard.
I can't say I blame him though.
Yeah.
I can't
Mainly
say
because I have a
because-
garage full of them, okay? So I can't buy other knives.
What about like an OCF? I mean, oh wait,
Yeah.
this is more than $100.
Those are sweet though. I like those a lot. I've thought about having those made, but
Ooh, yeah.
That would be.
it's just I don't
Yeah.
trust
That'd
that.
be pricey though, man.
Yeah, it would definitely be pricey, and there has to be such engineering that goes into that I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know how it works either, but it's aluminum instead of titanium or steel. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
cheaper somehow. But then you have the whole spring assembly and whatever shoots it out. I don't know how it works either. There's this thing, I can see it inside that rides up. It has like a half moon on it,
Yeah,
and that rides up. And then I don't know how it works, but I love this thing. This Guardian Tactical with the ball bearing actuator thingy is
pretty
so
sweet.
good. So
Yeah.
much better than Microtech.
I like the way that Microtech looks though. To be honest, I mean I love that.
I love my bounty hunter, dude. I love it. It's one
I
of my favorite
used
knives.
to. The Bounty Hunter was cool, but just having that button that like sucks to actuate is like this. I could play with all day and I won't care about like that. The Microtech, I'd be like 5 clicks in, I'd be like, ow, kind of hurts a little bit, like because it was rough as fuck and it had a lot of tension on it. It would, even after it broke in, it still wasn't like fun to do this a million times,
Yeah.
Plus, this Tanto is sick as fuck. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, see,
I
that's
just wish
one
you
thing I
could
hate.
carry.
I can't stand a Tanto.
Well, you can get a drop point. I mean,
Yeah.
you get a double edge. I hate the double edge ones. That's
I don't know why I don't like Tantos that much, but
Dude, I
I feel like I
Tantos.
can't get that top edge sharp. I feel like it's like thicker.
yeah. See, I like it because I have this
What's up, Stasa?
tip to point into packages.
Yeah, that
So,
is
like,
nice. Yeah,
You can just drop it into a package and slice it open without
Yeah.
having to worry about jabbing into shit.
yeah,
That's my main reason for liking it. And then you still have this main point for whatever you need. This stays clean and you just use that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I
know
can see
you.
it.
I've never
I
had
see
the
it.
sharpened one, so I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Get back. Actually, do a video of that. Sharpen one and then see.
On my sharp maker, because that's
Yeah.
all I got is a Spyderco sharp maker.
You know what I use? I use a what's it called?
Don't say work sharp.
Work Sharp. Oh, I did it. Oh, honestly,
it's under $100. That's for sure.
that's it. But you know what? I was looking for I was looking for something like that I could buy different grits.
Oh wait, you bought the precision thing? Is
No.
that what you're talking about? Oh,
No.
All right, what kind do you have?
It was like $40, honestly. It was the Work Sharp. I don't even know what model it was, but
What does it do? What does it look like? Does it
Yeah,
have rods
triangle.
or does
Triangle. No, it's
Okay.
the motor one that
Yeah,
the
so it's
triangle.
it's a motor one.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I took the guide off and I could get the angle. I mean, I know the angle, so
But you're not sharpening these, right?
what's that?
You're not sharpening the Ashers, right?
No.
All right, good. That's
I mean,
what,
I
that's
do.
what everybody
I
wanted
don't
to know.
sharpen
That.
them. I don't have to sharpen them before they go out. They're already sharp. But
Everybody wanted to know that.
yeah. I don't do that myself. No.
Oh, that's funny. Did
Yeah,
you say
that's,
Stasa was up in here? Hey,
Yeah,
Nick,
Stasa's in
what's
here.
up, man?
Awesome.
Has
He's
he
a good
ever?
guy. He's a really
has
good
he
guy.
reviewed any of your
Yeah.
knives?
He did a very extensive review of the 80-20.5 today.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
great. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he was cutting because like me and Kev, we cut with our knives for our daily stuff, and I do maybe a cut test or two, but Stasa was cutting like all kind of shit.
That's cool. Yeah, he gets into it, and he's got that shop now and shit, right?
Yeah. So he's got a good setup.
I like those a lot. They seem really robust.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice. Now they're about 50% out of your price range, but
They are.
But
with
I can
FRN
send,
and
you want me to
Austin A.
send it to
Yes.
you? I'll send it to you if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
That's what I got to do. I got to start sending you knives so that you understand why you should spend more on knives. Until then, you're not going to actually do it. You don't think
Ignorance is
it'll?
bliss.
You
Ignorance
don't
is
think
bliss.
it'll matter?
I don't actually. I don't.
Even if you had it in hand, you wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, now I'll spend that."
No, honestly, I don't go off of that. I go off of what I could use it. Like I use my knives to do like dirty shit. To be honest, I mean, like I'm under sinks, like cutting out caulking and
So
shit.
technically, 150, 75. Technically, no, actually, this has better material. This is the
better materials and
this
cheaper.
knife as a knife. This makes more sense to you,
Right?
It's just as fidgety with this lock,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would probably take this one. Sorry, Justin. I love you.
No, I understand.
But, I would probably take the Shirogorov, but for $75, you're actually getting a better deal, a much better deal. It's half the price, and you're getting twice the material. I mean,
right.
So,
thank you for the Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Oh shit! You get a ball sack. Another one. How many freaking ball sacks did you get?
Dude, like this guy's being
I think he
crazy.
spent like $25 tonight.
He does it every night, though. Every time we do it, he does it. It's $2 at a time, though, so it's not like,
But I understand. I understand why people spend. I mean, why some knives command that price. I mean, Demko has a great reputation. They're solid.
It's just something about. It's not. There's just something about this shark lock that is.
It's not a value. I don't think the 80-20.5 is a value. I think your knife is a value for $75.
No, this is 100% overpriced. Well, it's not a value.
It's worth the cost, but it's not a value.
Yeah,
it's because of the limited whatever. It's why it's worth it.
Yeah, and the name. I mean, he has a brand.
Well, the shark. It's the lock, dude. I don't know.
The lock. That's why I bought the lock.
He's from the Pittsburgh area too, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Wampum.
I understand it. I mean, that's
shark lock.
I would never. Yeah. See, I would cringe when you're doing that.
I agree with Jeremy.
Best way I see the price of the 25 is a $70 knife with a $60 lock and $20 packaging. Yeah,
that's actually not wrong.
Yeah,
there you go.
Way to put it.
Yeah, but it really is just there's just something about it. I don't know.
I understand.
So I get it.
I'll never talk down about that because with him, with Demko, he has a solid reputation. The knives are solid.
It's Taiwan. It's not China.
Yeah, it's Taiwan. The classic was made in Taiwan. I had the classic made in Taiwan. The fit and finish and the product was amazing. I mean, it really was. It was a great, solid, and they take more care of it, obviously. But I just couldn't. It was too much to produce. I mean, it was too much money to produce.
Really?
Yeah. So I couldn't do it again.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you've ever seen Work Tough gear. Did you ever see Work Tough gear? I mean, they make.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they make fixed blades mainly for.
Okay.
Yeah, they make fixed blades, but the guy does an amazing job. Thank you, Stassa, by the way.
Yeah,
Shout
that's awesome.
Hey.
But they do an amazing job. I mean, Taiwan, it's better quality control, and it's just a lot more money. I mean, it's more expensive. There's not as many factories in Taiwan as there is in China, and China you can go. There's 100 factories in Yangjiang.
It's the Wild West.
Exactly, it is, and you just don't know who you're dealing with. So that's. Some people ask me, like, whenever they fucked up like they did, why do you stick with them? It's because first of all, I'm sending them a ton of money You know what I mean? Out of nowhere. You know, I don't know if I'm going to get. I only send them 30% up front, but I don't know if I'm going to get what I'm ordering. You know, I don't know how to trust a company that's all the way across the sea, and there's no action that I could take to get my money back or to hold them accountable. You know what I mean?
Don't send you this stuff. Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no way that I feel comfortable with that in that sense, and they do a good enough job that I could, you know, do the last 1% of QC and make sure that my product's, you know, going to hold up and it's going to be in good quality for the price that someone's paying it. So, you know, that's why I stick with them, even though they fucked up quite a few times. I'm not going to make excuses for them, but you know, it's a good contact to have, and it's a good supplier to have, you know, to get it done. So best tech would be great, but I wouldn't be able to afford to sell the knife at the price that I do with best tech or, you know,
Riot, whatever. Yeah.
Riot, definitely not Riot for sure, but you know, Civivi or I found I kind of lucked out, I guess, and they actually produce other pretty big name knives. I mean, they're a professional manufacturer, and they do produce other big name knives that I know of, and you know, it's just I got bad luck on one of them for sure, and you know, they backed it up though. They probably lost a good bit of money on that first, you know, on those blades, I'm guessing, and I'm not sad about it, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It worked out, I think.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, as long as you do like what you're doing, where you're upfront with everything, and if there's an issue, you just correct it and take care of the customer, you're never gonna have a problem.
No, I think at this point, I think I'm at the point where I'm not gonna have those issues anymore. You know, any large issues. So I'm sure there'll always be some sort of issue that I have to deal with. You know, that hopefully I could deal with on the back end where it doesn't affect any customers, obviously. So I think I'm past that point, luckily. But that first year, those growing pains are it was real shitty. But you know, what are you gonna do? It's just I started out, you know, I had no idea about anything, and I just learned a lot of it, and now I'm here, and you know, talking to you guys and having drinks, so it's good. I can't complain.
Yeah,
you're at the bottom of the barrel if you're on our show, buddy.
I started here. I fell way down here.
Stasa says, "I think whoever you have now is perfectly fine."
Thank you, Stasa. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And you will always have ass clowns trolling you. Just don't let them get to you. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
more. Yeah.
I used to let them get me, but not anymore. I mean, it's just it doesn't matter anymore, really. It's just they're always
now you got ass clowns talking to the ass clowns for you.
Right. You used to become one of those ass clowns, and then you're good.
Exactly.
I'm sure you guys understand. You know, I'm sure you guys understand. You probably get trolls. You know, it's just anytime you do something like that, there's people that are always negative. It's
I don't know what you're talking about. People fucking love me.
Yeah, right. Everybody.
Or there's the random people. So like, there's this dude, right? I don't know. You know Jake from Bearded Gear at all? Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know you do.
Thanks, Grateful Panic. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so there's this dude who just starts commenting on all his videos, and he's like, "Frame locks suck. Liner locks suck. Frame lock should die. Nobody should ever use a frame lock or liner lock again. If companies keep making frame locks and liner locks, then they'll never die. We need more locks like the Axis lock, the Shark lock, the blah 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 blah." And he just every video he would comment something like that over and over and over. And Jake was just like, "Dude, this has nothing to do with the video I just posted. Like, why? Like, I didn't even post a frame lock. Like, what the fuck? And the guy just kept doing it, and eventually he just like blocked his ass.
Yeah.
And then the dude showed up on my comment. So I'm talking shit on Jake, right, in our group chat. I'm like, dude, like, freedom of speech. Let the guy say whatever he wants, right?
Yeah.
And then I go to check my comments, and I have all these videos with the same asshole saying the same shit. And I was like, oh, yeah, this guy is fucking annoying as hell.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. You just have trolls. Like, people suck, you know?
Some people do suck. I mean, they just watch those videos. Their whole thing is to just start shit. I mean, really, just not even start shit, but just get negativity out there because they can. That's the only platform they can do it. And nobody else, I'm guessing nobody else in their life listens to what they're saying. So they go online and make a life of it. And
I mean, they're in their mom's basement, one hand on their penis, another hand on a donut, and the other hand. Oh, wait, that's 3 hands.
Stop talking about what I'm doing, Kyle.
That's
Man.
you, Kyle. Yeah, that's you. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but most of the time, people like that. I don't have a whole lot because, I mean, just because I very few views, but the ones that I do have are I kill them with kindness most of the time, unless they step over a particular line. If they're critiquing what I do as far as a YouTube video, I could care less. If they do something else, then I'm a little bit more offended. I'm more offended whenever Jake and Kevin have negative comments than I am for my own. Like, I'll go after people for them.
For some reason.
I know you feel protective. Yeah, you feel protective.
Kevin's my fucking boy, okay? He's my boy.
We had that conversation a few weeks ago where we were like, you know, if somebody says, every now and then you get a shit comment and somebody says you're doing something wrong or they don't like it or they try to contradict everything that you're doing. And that's all fine when it's on your channel or something like that. But it's the minute that they do it on Kevin's channel or Kyle's or Jake's, we immediately respond to it and we get offended by it. It doesn't really bother us if it's on our own shit. When they start fucking with our friends, that's when we get upset about it.
That's the great part about the knife community, really, is everyone feels kind of connected, I think, you know, because you know everyone loves the same stuff, really. I mean, any kind of blade, and when someone's just talking shit, it's just there's no room for it, you know, and you don't want to let it stand.
We always tell them the same thing. If you feel that strongly about your opinion, then you get a channel, start your own channel, and voice your opinion out there because that's your opinion.
Yeah, they never do it.
That's what
the people that say that kind of stuff, they'll never take the initiative to do something for themselves. They'll always they're actually jealous, I think. They're jealous of people that are doing it themselves, and they want to bring
they're too lazy to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's it too. They're too jealous and lazy, I guess, in that sense, to do it themselves. So what are you gonna do?
Yes, it does, Nebby Cloud. I'm sorry.
You should put some KPL on your chair too, dude. Holy shit!
That chair. I put WD-40 on that chair, and it's still. I just gotta buy another chair.
Dude, just buy it. I bought one at Staples the other day. Not the other day, like last month or two. And it was like $120. It's like some gaming chair, but luckily they had one in black instead of blue or red.
You have to realize I am fat as shit. I have to get a certain chair that holds a certain amount of weight.
How much weight?
Get a fucking recliner and put it in there, bro. Like,
that'd be
the chair I have holds 275, and I'm like 280.
I'd break it.
It holds
I'd fucking break it. Okay, if you want me to tell you weight, I will, but I'm just going to tell you that's too fucking light.
It would hold you, dude. My chair would hold you.
Yeah, but you look like a tall dude, Kyle. You look like a tall guy.
He's not.
Oh my god!
Look,
everybody.
It's
Justin,
the angle,
everybody
bro.
thinks
It's
that.
the angle.
I'm only like 5'10".
Yeah,
he's short as shit, dude.
So, man, I wish nobody would ever know that, though. I'm like,
that shit was hilarious.
Wait, I got a picture from Blade Show. Hang on.
Yeah. That's I have a couple new designs coming, man.
Dude,
If you haven't been here, Stasa, listen to this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Listen to what? Oh, yeah.
I don't
the
think you've been here for very long.
Spiro.
Stasa, you want to come on, dude? I'll send you a link. You can come on and we can talk.
Fuck.
Chris, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
Hey, what are you doing?
You gotta make the big. You gotta make
Graphics,
just.
I got it. I got it. There you go.
I'm doing it from my phone. It's fucked up. Hold on.
And the M390 Ti frame lock. Nomad
Yes,
frame
you heard
lock.
him right. You heard him right, Stasa. M390.
I sent Stas a link to come on if he wants to. I don't know. He might be busy doing something, but I don't know. Why not? Why not?
Said he's on a retreat with his dad and brother.
Finish the clip while we finish reshaping it.
Sorry.
Is that your wife?
No, that was Lindy Lou. They're talking about the sumo clip.
Oh.
I think they got it. I think it's
Sweet.
gonna look good. Sorry. I'm at a retreat. I'm at a retreat with my dad and brother. That's bullshit, Stasa. You're lying sack of shit. You're sitting at home on your couch and you just don't want to get up. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, dude. Love you.
Hey, boys, I'm about to hop off of here. I gotta be up for work at 5.
Yeah,
All
me
right,
too.
man.
My son's. I don't want to wake up my son.
Yeah.
We gotta get off.
I gotta get up with my daughter at who God knows when she gets up. And
Yeah,
I'm
my
on
son
dad
wakes up at
duty.
like 8:30 now. It's great. He sleeps in.
Oh, dude. Yeah, she gets up at like 7 sometimes, usually a little earlier. And
Yeah.
my wife usually takes care of everything, but one day a week on the weekend I got to deal with it, and
You gotta do it.
it's fun. But I need all the naps I can get with her in the afternoon.
My wife wakes up at like 4:30 in the morning, like on a regular day, which is crazy. I wake up at 7. She's like, "What? Are you just waking up?" I'm like, "Yeah,
It's like
7 o'clock."
it's like, the sun just came up.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
insane.
yes, Jordan, on Father's Day, too. I have
Yes.
to work.
Well, guys, I
That's
really
insane.
appreciate everybody. And Justin, you are the man. I really appreciate you coming on and
Yeah, it
telling
was
the
good
story and the new stuff. Dude, this was awesome. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. This was great. This is a great time, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Thank you. All right.
I was
we're
like, I'm gonna come
close
on here
it
for
out.
like 45 minutes and I'm gonna be done, but it's been like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, man.
Right.
It doesn't
the way it
work
happens,
that way
bro.
with us, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got to
Yeah,
do
nice
it
meeting you,
again.
Justin.
Yeah. All
Take
right.
it easy.
All right,
All
guys.
right. That's it, guys. We're shutting the bar down. Last call. We'll see you later. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I appreciate